for live sports action here on ACTV. We are the home of the Anderson County Mavericks and the Clinton Dragons, bringing you live basketball action tonight in Anderson County. Tonight we have the Oak Ridge Wildcats against the Anderson County Mavericks. We're going to start here shortly with the girls' game first. As with me always, Jared. My brother, Jared Forgety, and John Sleepy Williams is here with us as well. Thank you guys for joining us. Jared, a little bit going into tonight's game. Do you have any thoughts going into tonight?
Well, I know that this Anderson County program is excited to get this Nikki Anasicki era started here. They had a long-time coach. He's been at Anderson County for nearly 20 years. But Nikki Anasicki comes in her first year, and she's shown that she's not afraid to shake things up as she started some freshmen. She's given a lot of playing time. It looks like to those that come and practice well and deserve it, they're going to get out there on the court and play. So excited to see what brand of basketball they get out on the floor tonight against this really powerful Oak Ridge Lady Wildcats basketball team.
I tell you what, in the past few years, the Lady Wildcats team has just been incredible with their play, their coaching. Now, we have seen a lot of stuff on Facebook and social media about the type of shape that Coach Anasicki is getting her girls in, and I really think it's a totally different mindset going into this year. Sleepy, your thoughts on Anderson County's girls team so far?
Well, they're in the rebuilding stage.
Absolutely.
Had a disappointing season last year. Had some players drop off the team. Roster got thin, so they're having to build that. But Coach Anasicki's really got them on the right track for that. They've been competitive. It's about every game. I got to speak to her the other night, and there was a couple games that got out of hand, but for the most part they've been competitive, and the girls are really responding to her, and she's really working them hard, I know.
Well, she definitely has the pedigree, going into it to try to get the girls should be able to buy in pretty quickly to her system. Speaking of a system that's kind of been in place for a while, tell us a little bit about Oak Ridge girls team coming into this year.
Well, the Lady Wildcats, traditional power year in, year out. Coach Taylor there for the Lady Wildcats has got a pretty good team this year. I think they're 11-2 right now. They're in first place in the district and look to be on track. They have a really an outstanding player in Kamari Mitchell-Steen.
Yes.
I saw where she was maybe be up for the Player of the Year in Class AAA, and just have a really exciting team. They like to get up and down the floor and press, as always Oak Ridge does.
Absolutely, and that's one thing I could say about Anderson County's team this year is the conditioning and everything is a notch above where they've been out in previous years. So they will be able to run some with Oak Ridge. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to run the entire game because Oak Ridge has been doing it for a long time that way. But I really think that Anderson County can keep up with them. Jared,
Well,
what have you got
it's
this year?
interesting. The Anderson County Lady Mavericks played the Lady Wildcats back on January the 8th, and they took them to overtime. So according to my roster here, it was a 65-51 game. 51 points in high school girls basketball is a pretty high-scoring game. So we'll see what happens, what changes Coach Anasicki makes tonight to see if they can slow that Oak Ridge Wildcats offense down because they like to run the floor.
But really, if Anderson County wants a chance to win, they've got to keep that point total down. They've really got to rely on their defense. The transition defense is going to be big. As you said, Oak Ridge likes to run. And as we get ready to go to the live basketball action here for an exciting game here on ACTV Sports. So thank you all so much for joining us as we have a shot here of they're announcing the starting lineups for both teams as we see Oak Ridge getting their players out there. And it's going to look a lot different this year. Number one, we are doing the basketball games from the studio. We're following all the social distancing protocols. As media, we would be able to be there, as that is one of the groups that is allowed by the governor's order. But we have chosen to have a minimal staff there and just do it here just to try to keep safety. And that's going to be in the forefront of all of our minds. So as we see Anderson County starters going out there, And Coach Anasicki dressed to the nines as she always does. Man, I look forward to this basketball game. It's been a while since we've been able to bring you, a team sport. We did the wrestling last week. That was a lot of fun. Hopefully, we won't see as much physicality tonight, but we'll be able to see a great brand of basketball.
If you'll notice, the view at tonight's game is from the opposite side of the court from what we've always traditionally done. So that's a little unique for me as I catch this view for the first time. So we're getting ready to get things underway here, and excited to be back with you guys for some basketball action here on ACTV.
Looks like Emily Mustard is the one that is tipping off for the Lady Mavericks. Good defense, nice tip there by the Mavs. As Oak Ridge is moving the ball around well, little head fake, number 2 puts it up, knocks it down. She's going to get the hoop and the harm and go to the line for an old-fashioned three-point play.
Yeah, got a little penetration there and made the shot. Looked like they may have got Albus with the foul.
Lydia Meldrum, I believe, was the one that was called for the foul.
Number 14.
Yep.
And Coach Anasicki does not like the call.
No, not the way you want to start out. And here comes the full court pressure.
Let's see how Anderson County does breaking that this year. They had some tough times breaking it last year when we were watching, but again, they have a lot more, players out. They've got a full roster this year. Some of them playing for the first time, a lot of young ones. So they still have to learn, and as they all do, the brand of basketball that Coach Anasicki wants to play.
Well, I'm not going to say the referee's name, but if Coach Anasicki wants to go have a talk with him, his office is about halfway between Anderson County and Oak Ridge, so she'll have that opportunity.
Yeah, I see some local officials. Steve Pite, longtime official.
So he's going to call their names. I was going to be nice. He's going to call their names.
And Jeff Little. They're all fine officials.
Yeah, they are. Jeff's been at this a long time, and he works for the city of Clinton, and he works in the fire department there. So that's his full-time gig, and he's been
knocks it down from range.
That's Meldrum with the 3.
Nice looking shot there, Lydia. As Anderson County ties this game up 3-3. Nice passing ball movement there by Oak Ridge to get the shot inside. One thing I noticed is Oak Ridge does have some size inside in that 5 position, and as they steal the ball right there and they take it up and they put that in, no foul called as they extend that lead out to 7-3. But I'm not sure Anderson County has the size to compete with them inside if they're able to move the ball like they did. And a sloppy pass there by Anderson County, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, that's going to be something that drives the coach Anasicki crazy is the sloppiness passing the basketball. But, that's what happens sometimes when you have such a young squad out there. And so.
Again, nice ball movement. Block shot there by number 1, Kylie Alvis. Kylie blocks the ball out of bounds on Oak Ridge. Nice block there by Kylie.
Yeah, Alvis is being pretty aggressive there. I felt like she might have got away with a little body call there, but
maybe a little bit of a makeup from the foul that was called earlier. And steal by Oak Ridge, and they've got the transition game going again, and they put it up. That's one thing that Anderson County is going to have to get the ball across half court cleanly. In order to
now that should have been okay. They called it. Sorry, we are not on site, so I cannot hear the whistle.
We don't have.
But I knew that was a foul there, and I was like, okay, come on.
Yeah, we don't have a live audio feed, so we don't know when the calls are made. So, but Alvis with the ball right now over to Meldrum and back to Alvis, and they've got to get it across half court, and they do. So let's see what Anderson County draws up here from their set position.
Yeah, that is. Jalen Bullock running the point. She's just a freshman.
Meldrum gets that over to Bullock, yeah.
Coach's daughter, Emily Bullock.
Nice set shot, little strong. And here comes Oak Ridge with that transition we taught them about.
Yeah, and that's what they like to do. Get out on the floor and run, and here try to create some turnovers off this 2-2-1 press.
Nice press break there by the Mavericks. Bullock with the ball. Trying to work it inside. They get it inside again, just a little too strong.
They're going to have to learn that the backboard is their friend.
Three-point shot. In and out.
Yeah, Emily Mustard with the rebound. Anderson County, they're a really young team. I'm not sure they may have one senior. Maybe, I'm not sure, but most of them's underclassmen.
They got a couple of seniors. I know that Alvis, if
She's
I'm
an
not
upperclassman.
mistaken, is Callie Bowling, I believe, is a senior.
Yeah, Bowling.
It's good to see them back out on the floor.
They have really been competitive this year. Most of their games got 3 wins. They got a tall order tonight against the Lady Wildcats. Just got to cut down on the mistakes. Easier than said.
A nice rebound. Way to push it by Bullock.
Good run out. A little strong in the pass there. Trying to outlet up to Meldrum.
They've had a couple of opportunities like that, but it's just hard for them to, get that under control. I don't know. I don't know what Oak Ridge is doing different tonight, or maybe they're just executing better. But and that's going to be out of bounds on Oak Ridge. Alvis with the ball.
Good job there, breaking.
We got a little trap set up right there. Jump ball called. Position arrow with Anderson County.
Looks like the Lady Wildcats got a little aggressive there. If they just keep their hands up, they probably get a turnover there. I know Coach Anasicki's going to talk to her about picking her dribble up and across the midcourt.
Three-point shot.
A little long.
A little hard. So here comes Oak Ridge again on fast break. Man, those fast break points are killing the Lady Mavericks right now.
Yeah, it was Kamari Mitchell. He's already committed to Northern Kentucky. We also have another player, Hope. Hope. He was going to Motlow State. That's in North Carolina. So
10-point lead for the Lady Wildcats right now over the Lady Mavericks, 13-3. A little under 3 minutes left to go here in the first quarter.
Mitchell Stinks is one of the top players, if not the top player in the district. And they've got some size inside this year. Coach Taylor for Oak Ridge has really got a post presence. Haven't had that in the last few years.
Another sloppy pass there by Anderson County, threw that ball away. Oak Ridge lost it.
That should have been a double dribble, right?
And they're going to get Meldrum with a foul right there. She was a little aggressive.
No, that wasn't Meldrum.
I thought it was.
That was on Oak Ridge.
Oh, it was on Oak Ridge. Okay. I thought Meldrum was involved in the play. I thought they were going to call it on her.
She was going for the ball, and I think
got
she was fouled.
It's a whole lot different doing the game here with no noise in the background than what we're used to.
Now we know how the
Maybe we can get some Johnny
players
Cash or
feel.
something playing through our headsets.
Another fast break. Score.
Mitchell Steen with another layup.
Anderson County gets it across half court.
To break this pressure, they need to be able to get inside and get a basket. You know, let's get a three there early, but haven't many shot attempts since.
Well, when they break the pressure, they seem to, it seems like they would have numbers because they've got so many back on the other end if they were attacking the basket.
Well, the couple times that they've had the numbers, they've ended up throwing the ball away or, turning it over or they've tried some three-point shot, off the mark, no good. Rebound pulled down by Oak Ridge as they look to push once again. And they get the ball out front. Oh, it looked like she was going to take the three right there, but she pulled back. Three-point shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by Anderson County.
Got Meldrum.
Meldrum again.
No, that's Bullock.
Is that Bullock? Okay.
That's Milgram.
Yeah, the main thing is to get shots off and less turnovers. You can't score unless you shoot. So,
But they've tried those entry passes into the post a couple times, and they've been stolen
long.
away. At Anderson County, just can't find a shot other than that one three-pointer that they hit earlier. And I thought she was going to get a foul called right there.
Yeah, probably should have been.
Lauren Harper, 2.
23 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
It's a 16-point lead by the Wildcats.
So that's another foul on the Wildcats there.
I think they
Or
just called it out of bounds.
Okay.
Alvis checks back in. I couldn't catch the number of the other one that checked in. Maybe Mackenzie Henderson, number 20.
So if you're just tuning in, thanks for joining us tonight. You can catch us on ACTV channel 99 on Comcast, or 99 on Uverse, 95 on Comcast, and always at AndersonCounty.tv. So thank you guys for tuning in. We also are working on some apps on Roku and some other platforms that you'll be able to tune in and watch before too long.
And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Your score, Oak Ridge 19, Anderson County 3. So it is kind of a little bit of what we expected going on here in the first quarter. Oak Ridge running, Oak Ridge transition, and offense, playing a lot of really great defense, not letting Anderson County get it across half court, and when they are, they're forcing some bad passes and forcing some mistakes. So it's really kind of what I kind of alluded to there at the beginning. Oak Ridge just has their team rolling right now.
exactly, and that's what they want to do. They want to create pressure and cause the turnovers, get the easy buckets. But they see hit that early shot, they're going to have to just limit the turnovers, and
They're just going to have to hit a shot.
Right,
I mean, it's hard to get anything going whenever, you're just not able to, find any type of offense, any type of offensive consistency.
Well, this Oak Ridge defense has kind of been stifling to them. They can't seem to find the high percentage shots. That's kind of been the problem. They've kind of let them take the three-pointers at will once they get it across mid-court, but they're playing inside the paint there pretty tough, and Anderson County doesn't seem to have that inside presence right now to help combat any of that.
So it looks like Oak Ridge is spreading the floor right now. Nice ball movement, three-point shot, off the mark, and it's battled for it, controlled by Oak Ridge. She puts up the shot again, no good. Follows her own shot, gets a rebound, no good. Jared, these offensive rebounds by Oak Ridge, too. I mean, that was 2 or 3 right there. Anderson County, if they're able to force a miss like that, they really need to be able to control the ball.
So you got Alvis, she's been playing a post position on defense, but, last year she was kind of a ball handler for this team.
it was a good drive.
Come up a little short. But she got to the basket, so they're going to have to start doing some more of that.
Yeah, you see in the zone.
They're chasing them around right now. Inside the arc, knocks it down, 2-point shot.
Green for 2.
I believe that was the Oak Ridge's coach's daughter, Cannon Green, made that last basket.
Another offensive rebound and put back.
This is where they get you. They only speed you up, create the turnovers. There's Bullock. The floater, no good.
Bullock with a rebound there. Anderson County's getting a second chance opportunity. Once again, I'd like to welcome everyone to ACTV Sports. We are bringing you the Oak Ridge Wildcats in Anderson County tonight at Anderson County. We're here at the first game for the girls. A blocking foul called there on, looks like number 22, Rowan Smith. It's going to send, looks like they counted the basket. Some changes now for Anderson County and for Oak Ridge. Oh, no basket. The ball underneath. It was a blocking foul before the shot.
Yeah, Meldrum checking in, also Emily Mustard.
Good defense there by Anderson County.
Number 5, I believe it's Courtney Neer.
She got around her that time. Follows her shot, gets her rebound, puts it right back up and in. So this is not the start of the game that the Lady Mavericks were looking for, as Oak Ridge continues to press with a 24-point lead with 5.5 minutes left to go here in the first half.
Yeah, they basically run that 2-2-1 press. They don't really variate from their type of press. It seems like they just stick with that, as I've seen in the past.
So Anderson County looking to try to get some sort of penetration, trying to get the ball inside. It looks like they really want to work inside out. And it looks like Bullock with the little scoop shot there in the paint knocks it down.
A nice shot off the glass.
Looks like they're starting to pick them up about three-quarter court. That was a good block.
Is that by Bullock? Mm-hmm. Bullock blocks the shot inside. She's breaking the press, trying to push it down, trying to get that bounce pass, just not able to complete it. And here comes Oak Ridge on the breakaway. No foul called, but they follow the rebound and put it right back in.
Yeah, it's hard to read Oak Ridge's numbers.
Now they got that red or whatever it is with the gray, and it's just hard to see. I say that because my wife went to Oak Ridge, and she corrects me every time I say it's red. It's like, no, it's Cardinal. I was like, yeah, it's red. So
three-pointer by Bullock, in and out.
I'm going to tell her it's maroon.
I always say, yeah. I always say crimson like Oak Ridge. Or like Alabama. I don't know. That probably was not an advised shot. She had 2 or 3 around her. She probably should look for some help to try to get a better high-quality shot. Lays it up and
Holt. She's going to Motlow State, a senior.
nice ball. Nice press break there by the Lady Mavericks.
Yeah, if they consistently can break that press, I can see Oak Ridge pulling the press back off in order to just play better half-court defense.
Yeah, once they build that lead up, they'll probably back off if they do build it up. But that's the key. You got to
hit some shots.
Yeah, once you break the press, you got to make some shots.
So it's a kick ball.
I just got a text.
Get back on defense.
Text from my wife.
It's Cardinal.
Then she called me hateful.
You're right, Abby. Lee is hateful sometimes.
Another kick ball there. Got to get some more movement by the Lady Mavericks to try to get open to try to get that in there. Alvis from inside puts it up, knocks it down. Her first points of the night. Mustard hit the 3, Bullock hit the runner, and then Alvis. 3-point shot, off the mark.
She's trying to get hold of it.
She finally gets it. She's picked up there, and all right, she's able to get the ball across half court. Trying to work that ball inside to Alvis, just not able to get it. And here comes Oak Ridge once again.
That's one of the tough parts about, being a young player is the awareness on the floor. It's a lot different in high school than in middle school.
Another jump ball. This time possession arrow. Okay, after the quarter is back to Anderson County. Some more changes. Anderson County's trying to keep fresh legs in to be able to try to run with this press that Oak Ridge has got on them right now.
Yeah, Courtney Neer 5 and Emily Mustard 21.
So it appears to me that some of the girls that are on the roster that we were given are not available tonight, or
There's a basket by
or maybe no longer with the team. So we'll just do the best we can to keep the names fresh in front of us here.
AC starting to settle down a little bit here in the last few minutes, making some shots. There's another basket by Hope.
Ball into ACHS. And nice ball movement by the Lady Mavericks to bust this press. Oak Ridge trying to get her in a little bit of a trap up there.
Good ball pass. Oh, that's kicked. I believe it was kicked.
It is. It's going to stay down with Anderson County.
The notorious Ricky Williams under the basket. Do you see him? He's the one with the camera in his hand.
We also have Myra Mustard, 0 in for Anderson County. Shot by Meldrum. She's fouled. She'll have 2 shots.
One of the cool things about our friend Ricky Williams is he's been covering the Lady Mavs basketball team kind of all year since Coach Anasicki took over.
Knocks the first one down.
You can go onto his Facebook page and see a bunch of pictures that he's taken all year long.
So here comes Oak Ridge, bringing it back up. 23-point lead. 33-10 with 1:10 left to go here in the first half. Clean ball movement by Oak Ridge. Nice pass to the inside. If you're going to do that entry pass, you've got to get it up high enough for the post player to be able to pick it clean. That was just a nice pass there by Oak Ridge.
Yeah, the big girl inside. I believe that's Gracie Herron. I don't have her listed on the
High
roster.
off the glass, no good. Slapped out of bounds. Ball stays with Anderson County.
Ill-advised inbound there.
And that's going to be a foul, and she's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
So we have a sideline reporter.
Well, sideline camera operator.
Okay.
Probably getting set up for maybe some interviews here, coming in at halftime. So we'll try to see what they tell us about that. Second free throw is no good. Rebound taken by Oak Ridge.
We hope that you were able to tune in to the duels wrestling that we covered just a little while ago, and what was it, about a week ago or so. That was an awesome time to shine some light on a sport that hasn't been around in Anderson County for all too long, maybe 8 or 9 years, and both Anderson County and Clinton have wrestling programs that are really coming along. They'll have several wrestlers in district and state coming up.
So that looks like the end of the first half. Your score at halftime: Oak Ridge High School 37, Anderson County 10. We got 10 minutes here, before the second half starts. And Jared, it's kind of what we expected coming into tonight. It was, Oak Ridge on that transition, stifling defense. Getting out in front, with that full court pressure, causing turnovers, and they're out in front right now, and they're leading the Lady Mavericks by 27.
Yeah, it's kind of the same story, different book, but same story from Oak Ridge. Every year they're able to they've built their program to where they can start developing their players in a way that they want to build their program week in and week out, and we're seeing some more of that tonight. I think their last loss was maybe at Farragut. It's a non-district game. The Lady Wildcats are pretty good ball squad, but it looks like joining us now on the Zoom. from the Anderson County High School is the athletics director, Gary Terry. Now, Coach Terry, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, can you hear me?
I can. It's good to have you with us
great
tonight.
to be here.
Thank you so much for hopping on here with us for just a few minutes.
Back again.
Yeah.
I feel like I was just here.
You were.
Yeah.
Wasn't that an awesome night the other night, covering the duels and?
Great job. Yes, sir. I watched it. I went back and watched it. Really great job. Super job production-wise by you all getting that done from a distance. Being able to talk about the kids and promote those programs the way you did. Not just our program, but all the programs that were there. We can't thank you enough for that.
Yeah, that's what we're here to do. We're here for the kids. That's why we do this. It's to support our community and our kids, and so we're really excited to be part of that. Before we talk about some basketball, kind of give us a quick update on the wrestling. I know that did they not start districts recently? And
they did.
You guys did you host that? Is that correct?
We did. Yeah, last night we hosted that, and we had a third place finish right there. I think Gibbs was the winner right there. They filled all the weight classes and do a great job with that. They've got a very deep team, and they beat us point-wise right there. So we third place finish there. Our kids are continuing to get better and better each week, and we're getting ready to send some kids to the state for another year. So really, really nice.
So the way that works with wrestling is top two, at least this year, from my understanding, top two teams from district go on to state for a team score, but you have several individuals that are able to go and wrestle as individuals, right? Yeah.
We have several that are going to do that. We'll be following them and updating y'all as we go through that process. Certainly hope to bring another state championship home, individual state championship. Maybe all-state or two right there with a few of them. So some opportunities for those kids.
Well, let's turn our attention a little bit to basketball, specifically girls basketball. Coach Anasicki's first year here at Anderson County, and it's not exactly been the start to the season that she'd hoped for. Plus, you're talking about a pandemic going on that's lasted a lot longer than a lot of people had hoped, and
continues.
So I know that she has really ignited a fire in that program since she got on campus. She did a renovation to the girls' locker room. I mean, all kinds of stuff. Why don't you talk about your experience so far with Coach Anasicki and what you expect her to do with the program?
Yeah, I've talked to multiple news agencies this week. The Knoxville News Sentinel, WVLT. Those folks are all here tonight. We can't say the things that she's brought to the program. We felt like we had good girls basketball tradition. Coach Ellis did a great job for us right there. He left, and Coach Anasicki is taking that program, and she's building what she wants out of it, and she's making it what she wants it to be. Got growing pains anytime you change coaches and change philosophies, those types of things, but our girls are responding well. They're working hard at it. Last year we ended the season with just a few girls out for basketball, and this year we've got a bench full, and we're continuing to grow that. Our middle schools look good for the future. We feel very confident in the young ladies that are our middle school programs and youth programs heading this way. She's working hard at camps and individual workouts, those types of things with our girls to get them to play at the level she wants them to. And as she continues to do that, continues to grow the program, it's going to get better, and it's going to get back to where we had it a few years ago. We were winning some region and district championships right there. And that's our expectation for her. She knows that. She wants that. And I don't have any doubt that she's going to work to get it, because that's who she is. And she was I guess, trained that way all her life. And anytime you can get a Pat Summit person in your program, you're going to be better. And she's very well skilled in that. And she does a great job leading our program right now. As far as parents, players, program, she's done a super job. The locker room is phenomenal. You haven't had a second to come up and look at that. Well, I'll show you around. It's phenomenal. It's the best around, bar none. And I haven't seen a better one.
No,
so,
absolutely. And
we're thankful for those things.
And nobody's going to outwork this team. Like I've kept up with them on social media with the pictures that Ricky Williams has been taking, and some of their other social media outlets that they've kind of followed, and just the just the kind of work that these ladies have put in and that Coach Anasicki has put into them. There's not going to be many teams that are out working them. It's just going to take a little bit of time to build that up from, as you said, last year towards the end of the season, not having a full roster.
Right, the basketball piece of it is the basketball piece. The thing that I think Mr. Downs, and I will say to folks that ask us about it, is one of the best days we had when Ricky Williams took a picture of all those girls over at the Hall of Fame together in their jeans, all dressed up, going out to eat, doing the team stuff that's fun, that kids remember. And those are the memory things that we talk about at Anderson County, making Maverick moments. Those are the things that we talk about. Those are the things that we drive. And those are the things we want to see. And when we saw that, we knew we had the right girl.
Absolutely. There's no doubt about it whatsoever. Well, Coach Terry, thank you so much. I think Ben is there. I think we're going to sit down with him next. But thank you so much for joining us for a little bit. And we'll talk to you again soon, okay?
Hey, thanks so much for all y'all do. We appreciate you.
Hey, thanks, you.
Coach
Appreciate
Terry.
it.
Yes, sir.
And so that was a great interview there with Coach Terry. We got a quick sit down here with Coach Ben Downs, and you might want to pull the mat. There we go, so we can hear you a little bit. Ben, how's everything going there in Anderson County?
Hey, Lee, doing good, man. How are y'all?
Doing well. So we're talking to Coach Terry a little bit about the athletic side. Tell us a little bit about having Coach Anasicki over there at Anderson County and some of the changes that you've seen in not only athletics but just the attitude over there as well.
Yeah, so obviously, last summer we had a hiring committee that went through the process of hiring a new girls basketball coach, and had a lot of great candidates, a lot of candidates that we felt could have led our program in a good direction, but felt that Coach Anasicki was our top choice just from her interview and her experience and, all that she brought to the table. And, I can't say enough about how hard they've been working since the beginning, really since she's been hired. She put together a great staff with Jason Kitts and Emily Bullock. I love watching them coach. I love all three of them. Every night they play. Right now the scores aren't going how we like, but it takes time to get the program where it needs to be, and they're coaching their guts out. You can't say they're not working hard. They're not coaching hard. All three of them.
That's one of the
really hard. So it's good to see.
That's definitely one of the things that we've talked about here on the program tonight is having to play quite a few freshmen and some girls that have not played any varsity high school sports before. That can be a tough transition for them. Going from the speed of a middle school game to the speed of a high school game is huge, and that's probably the biggest learning curve. But I think it'll pay dividends down the road a little ways, and we're excited to see Coach Anasicki on the sidelines for the Mavericks.
And the amount of work that they're putting in, they put in the off season. I've kept up with it a little bit. Ricky is taking pictures and everything. I've known him for a very long time, and just to see the amount of work that they're putting in, the training, again, that's what's going to pay off. They can learn the basketball stuff and that type of thing, but whenever you get in shape to run with an Oak Ridge, that's really where it's really going to pay off.
Absolutely. Just their work ethic. That's kind of what you're talking about there. You can't say they're not working hard because they're getting after it. It's going to take some time. There's a great group in middle school right now, and we're excited about the future of Anderson County Lady Mav basketball. Coach Ellis did a great job while he was here with us for the 18 or 19 years that he was our coach. And, when we made it, when Nikki came on this summer, it was just what the program needed in the time, and they're working hard, and that's all we can ask for at this moment, and we're excited about the future.
All right, before we go live, I think Sleepy has just a question for you or something or comment. So here he is.
Yeah, Coach Downs, Coach Anasicki, I echo your sentiments. I've seen her practice up at the school and really working the girls hard, and I think she's got them moving in the right direction. Coach Ellis, he did a great job. Had Lady Mavs in the region about every year, and Coach Anasicki coming in is really going to be a plus as well. But about the crowd tonight, I know Governor Lee is, extended the the restrictions to February 27th, and I know he's allowing grandparents to be able to attend and faculty members as well. So, have you noticed the fans support getting any larger tonight?
You know, that's why I was just turning around and looking at. We look about like we have before this new order. You know, it might actually be even a little thinner. You know, I don't know.
Right.
Friday night sometimes.
Well, it's the ACTV effect. You know, when you got the production
Absolutely.
that we've got here at ACTV, it's not a problem. They
Yeah.
can sit at home next to the fridge.
Hey, listen. Absolutely. Listen, I was down there today. Ryan and Andy and those guys took me down there, man. I was blown away by your all setup down there.
Isn't it beautiful?
That's
Oh, yeah.
absolutely amazing. Hey, I'm pink for you guys. That's the real deal down there. And kudos to everybody that's worked to get that set up going. It's something special, and I'm happy for you guys.
So, quick question before we let you go and we get back to this girls' basketball game. You know, we covered wrestling last week, and I've been promoting a wrestling match between Eric, the administrator Snyder, Gary Terry, and Coach, is it Cates?
Yeah,
Over
Hollywood,
at Clinton, Hollywood Cates. No holds
Yeah.
barred. I'm looking. I think I'm gonna be able to sell some tickets to this to do some fundraising. What do you think about this matchup? And who would you put your money on?
Well, here's what I'll say. I don't know Coach Cates at all, so I'm not.
Well, he's an MMA fighter. He is a trained
shoot.
MMA fighter.
Shoot,
so
he's a shoot fighter, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, listen, Gary Terry's from South Knoxville. Mr. Snyder's from up in Ohio, so I'm sure they're both, really tough too. But man, MMA, my money's on him.
Mine too.
And hey, South Knoxville, man, Gary knows some, he knows some stuff. And
He
I'm
might
sure Snyder,
be
being
pulling
the
out the
wrestler
brass
that he is.
knuckles or something, right?
Yeah, definitely check his
Absolutely, yeah,
boots
but I'm
before
going
the game.
I'm going with Coach Cates, man. You got an MMA guy. Yeah, we ain't messing with him.
Yeah. Well,
Thank you so much, Ben. I really appreciate it. And as we get back to live action, we'll talk to you later and catch up. All right, thanks, buddy.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys. Good
Thank you.
to you.
And that was, the principal of Anderson County High School, Ben Downs. We'd like to thank him and athletic director Terry for, doing an interview. I know we ran into a little bit to the second half action, but it's great to talk to those guys and get their thoughts. Alvis with a pull-up jump that knocks it down. So it looks like Anderson County has come in here at the second half. They've hit some shots there and looking a little bit better on offense, but they still can't seem to slow Oak Ridge down too much.
So after the game tonight, if you want to go catch an awesome interview that Lee and I had the opportunity to do back in the summer, right after Coach Anasicki was hired, you can go to AndersonCounty.tv and check that out. But we got to sit down with Coach Anasicki and interview her for a good probably 20, 25 minute
it was
interview.
right at their press conference, her introductory press conference. It was great.
And she answered a lot of questions for us, and she was a great interview. So please go check that out following these great basketball games tonight.
Yeah, Bullock just made a basket there moments ago.
And nice inbound pass there by Oak Ridge to put it up and in. Again, that inside presence from Oak Ridge. Anderson County doesn't have anybody with that type size to really put a body on her.
Good offense there, coming to the ball.
Right, she's pretty tough inside.
Floater knocks it down. That was Meldrum.
Yeah, Meldrum has 6 right now. I have her to lead Anderson County.
And Meldrum gets the steal, and she's pushing it up the court once again.
I wonder if she's related to Judge Meldrum.
Layup is in by Alvis. Anderson County continues to push a little bit here, 45 to
Sleepy
20.
Williams might know that.
And timeout called. Not sure who called the timeout. I'll watch for the referee to point. But great little offensive spurt there by Anderson County. Looks like the timeout is going to be from Oak Ridge. Anderson County on a little bit of a run. They still got a long way to come back, but they've cut this Oak Ridge from 30-plus points down to 25.
Yeah, they seem to be getting the ball motion going a little better this half as their offense is obviously picking up.
I know Lydia's dad, Scott Scott Meldrum, so
Yeah.
used to work with him a little bit. But
So Anderson County looks like they've got a little bit of a three-quarter court press going, possibly looking for a trap if it presents itself. And they're going to call a foul. Looks like on Anderson County. Aggressive play there. Looks like Bob Bullock trying to go for the steal, but that's what Anderson County is going to have to do in order to try to get back into this game.
Yeah, they just got to play good, solid defense, not give them inside shots. They got to protect the paint. That's where Oak Ridge scored a lot of their points tonight.
Oak Ridge has also had a lot of second chance opportunities. So if Anderson County could, just get the rebound. Oh, nice pass right there. The way she spun inside of the paint and dumped it off to the post player. Very nice play.
yeah, big time play right there.
So Anderson County with some ball movement. Still good defense there by Oak Ridge. One of two different girls. Either one could have picked it off. Layup and up and in. That's that same one from Oak Ridge that had so many of those opportunities there in the first half.
Yeah, Kamari Mitchell-Steen.
Yeah.
She's next level. Going to Northern Kentucky.
Three-point shot. Knocks it down. Meldrum again.
Good range.
From deep. She was a step or two behind the line, and that was a nice-looking shot right there.
And she has 9 points to lead AC unofficially.
26-point lead by
Oh,
Oak
come on,
Ridge.
Sleepy. You're official.
I missed 2 points there somewhere. There's a basket for Oak Ridge.
Mitchell-Steen for 2.
Yeah, it's hard. It's tough to do interviews and try to keep stats at the same time.
Yeah, I missed a basket.
Three-point shot, no good. And Oak Ridge comes out with it, pushes it up ahead. Good defense.
Good defense. There we go.
It's out of bounds on the Lady Mavericks, but they stopped a fast break right there by Oak Ridge. Great defense. Way to get back there by the Lady Mavericks.
Got Emily Mustard coming in at number 21 and also number 22, Rowan Smith.
If you
Blocking foul.
If you hadn't had the opportunity to check out our ACTV or Anderson County Schools social media, Bernie Sanders stopped by the studio today and
Got his picture made with on the set.
he wanted you guys to make sure you tuned in tonight to watch tonight's games.
That means making the rounds, isn't it?
Oh yeah, man, that thing is everywhere.
I couldn't help myself today.
There's Courtney Neer, number 5, back in for AC.
Ryan Sutton and Dr. Parrott got to interview Bernie Sanders today as well.
Now, it looked like Dr. Parrott was busy driving around to different schools handing out Teacher of the Year awards. Congratulations to all those wonderful teachers in Anderson County earning those awards, and hats off to them. And, it's that commitment to excellence. Three-point shot knocks it down.
Three-pointer. It was Bullock, I believe.
I think it was Bullock. Good defense there, puts her hands straight up. 1:15 left to go here in the third quarter. Nice cut inside. Just can't finish. Oh, gets a rebound, puts it up. Still no good.
Another
Gets
rebound.
another
She's
rebound.
padding her stats.
And this time it's going to be a foul on the floor against Oak Ridge. Anderson County will keep the ball. Anderson County moving the ball around inside.
Trying to work it inside there. Good pass.
Nice pass right there.
See, that's the top play that Coach Anasicki wants to execute. Beautiful passing, unselfish basketball, and able to lay it in for an easy 2.
Yeah. Emily Mustard to Courtney Neer for her first 2 points.
Looks like Oak Ridge is slowing it down, possibly trying to run some clock down to get to the fourth quarter. But Anderson County, they've really played well in this half or in this quarter so far. They've run the ball, they've run the floor better, they've had crisper passes. So whatever Coach Anasicki talked to them about in the locker room really seemed to work.
They scored 18 points this quarter.
See, I hate this. There was like 40 seconds left on that clock, and because of the rules, they could stand out there and just dribble out the clock.
And they knocked down a three-point shot. 5 seconds left. Three heaves it. Not quite enough muscle on that one. So that's going to be the end of the third quarter. At the end of three, your score: Oak Ridge Lady Wildcats 58, Anderson County Lady Mavericks 28. 30-point lead for the Wildcats.
Good view of the team there. Coach Anasicki coaching up her girls. It's tough to take over a program and try to institute your culture and what you expect out of your girls and stuff. One of the things that I think Coach Anasicki does have going for her is a supportive administration, obviously, and then secondly, having some girls that are just coming in from a pretty good program, from a couple of pretty good programs from Norris and Lake City. So, it's Lake City Middle. So, it's a great place for her to start, and I know that she'll just keep working at it, and I think eventually they'll see some fruit from their hard work.
Yeah, Coach Anasicki, I was lucky to see him practice a few times, and she's got some Pat Summin in her, and she holds nothing back on those girls. And
with that mask, I bet it's hard to see those eyes, that glare that Pat would get. I wonder if she has any of that.
Yeah, she's definitely got the girls' attention, and she doesn't tolerate any. If you're not hustling or bad attitude, you won't be practicing that day. She'll send you home, and I've seen it firsthand. But
three-point shot.
You have to establish that.
Good rebound.
That discipline.
Oh, should have stepped on the line.
It's her program, and she's got it. She's trying to build it. She needs need players. Players make good coaches, but good coaches make good players, and they have it both going on right now.
I'll tell you what, if you can get some, if you can get a good player to really buy into a coach, you can turn them into a great player.
It's a good offensive run there.
And that's really what I think that they're looking for right now, is just to try to find some more nice ball movement there by Oak Ridge. Try to find some good players, on that roster. Trying to develop them into the, to the quality player that you really need in order to be competitive in this district, because it is a very competitive district.
Right, and they're a young team. You're looking at sophomores basically out there, freshmen, sophomores, and they're just going to continue to get better.
Mitchell Steen for two.
Nice scoop shot there by Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge leads by 32, 62-30. And a turnover there, and it's going to come back the other way.
Oak Ridge is a traditional power, just about in the state tournament almost every year, and they're just they just reload every year. They got two pretty good players on their roster this year. There's another basketball.
Second chance opportunity off of an air ball. You got to be able to get under there and corral that.
Kamari Mitchell Steen and
Alvis. Meldrum's trying to dribble it in.
Good defense by Oak Ridge. The way that they're disciplined to slide their feet, and just the defensive positioning that they stay in.
Meldrum takes a three, a little long.
And she's going to get the hoop in the arm, and she's going to go to the line for the three-point play.
Yep, Kamari Mitchell-Steen once again. Nice shot, left-handed layup, draws the foul.
Foul's going to be on Alvis. That's her first of the game. And knocks it down.
Of course, the coach of the Lady Wildcats is former Paige Redmond, played for Vanderbilt. And her daughter now is on the Oak Ridge team as well. She's an outstanding player for Vanderbilt.
She gets bumped. No basket. They call it on the floor. It's going to be Mavericks ball underneath.
If you look at Nikki Anasicki, play for the Lady Vols and WNBA. Pretty good.
Nice inbound score right there.
Yeah, she's got a younger brother, EJ, that's playing for the Volunteers now. He was a transfer over there this year, getting quite a bit of playing time.
And since this year doesn't count towards our eligibility, he's already announced that he will be back next year, so that's good. 3-point shot, knocks it down. Money.
Yeah, maybe between the games we'll have an opportunity to talk a little bit about something that's going on over in Knoxville that probably piques some interest of a few folks.
A little change over on the hill. And also in between games, probably going to touch on my favorite sport, which is baseball. Lost a legend today.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was unexpected.
40-point lead by Oak Ridge. They really stepped on it here in the fourth quarter. They backed off that full-court press. But their defense is still outstanding on the inside. And Anderson County hasn't been able to do much once they backed down and they've packed it inside the arc.
You know, other than their first shot, things have not really gone Anderson County's way tonight against this stifling Oak Ridge basketball team.
Yeah, Oak Ridge with another three. They're knocking some shots down as well. And
they weren't hitting the long-range shots in the first half, but they definitely are here in the second.
See why they're on top of the district.
Another turnover there by Anderson County. And we are, a few minutes after the game ends, we're going to come back to the studio and do a little bit of a recap. But after that, we are going to have Coach Anasicki on for an interview after the game. So we look forward to speaking to her.
Yeah, we're going to try and have her on.
We're going to try. I missed that word. 43-point lead by the Lady Wildcats.
You have the running clock going once it reaches 35. Oak Ridge has most of their starters in, looks like. Got a few subs in, I guess.
2-point basket there. Foot was on the line.
Emily Lindsay for two.
Trying to find somebody that's open. This Wildcat defense has been pretty tough so far here in the second half.
They haven't been able to handle those entrance passes when trying to get it. And there's going to be a foul on, looks like maybe, is that 22?
Yep.
Rowan Smith.
So Anderson County will be on the road next week at Halls on Monday, then at Carnes on Tuesday. And next Friday they're at Campbell County. So 3 games on the road for the Lady Mavs next week.
Blocking call was made. They'll send Alvis to the line. She'll shoot 2. Knocks down the first one.
Kylie Alvis.
And knocks down the second one. Oak Ridge working the ball steps inside the 3-point line.
No good. Ball's batted around, knocked out by Anderson County.
Bounced on the rim 3 or 4 times, couldn't find its way through the hoop.
We got about 1 minute left to go here in the game.
Again, thank you for joining us. The men or the guys will get out there and warm up here after the conclusion of this basketball game, and we'll bring you live basketball action for the guys game shortly after the conclusion of this one. And we hope to bring you some interviews and just some other sports topics of interest between the games here. But we're so thankful to be with you tonight here on ACTV. And there's all kinds of different ways you can watch us, whether it's on AndersonCounty.tv, on UVerse Channel 99 or Comcast 95. Social media, I think we're on 3 or 4 different Facebook accounts, and so lots of different ways to watch us. But thank you for tuning in and supporting this community, these high school basketball teams. And that'll be the ball game, folks, as the Oak Ridge Wildcats come here to Anderson County and get the win 81-34. So Lee, recap the game for us here, and what did the Lady Mavericks need to work on moving forward to try to pick up some momentum here at the end of the season?
Well, I mean, it's it was a tough night for the Lady Mavericks. When you're facing a powerhouse like Oak Ridge, you've got to be able to stop them, stop the fast break points. You got to be able to control the ball and get it over half court. And really be able to, control the pace a little bit better than what they were able to do. So, unfortunately, the Lady Mavericks, took one on the chin tonight. But, losing to Oak Ridge, especially this girls' team right now, the way that they're rolling, there's going to be a lot of teams that do that. Sleepy, you got some stats for us tonight?
Yes, scoring, missed a couple buckets, but leading the way for Lady Mavericks was Lydia Meldrum with 9 points. She also hit 2 3-pointers. Kylie Alvis had 8 points, followed by Jalen Bullock, the freshman, with 5, Courtney Neer with 4, Emily Mustard with 4 as well.
So, it was just Oak Ridge. They just overwhelmed Anderson County. They physically, they just kind of took over the game. They had that presence inside that Anderson County was not able to contend with. Their fast break points and everything that they had going on, it was all Oak Ridge. And Anderson County really just couldn't keep up with them right now. Again, very young team, brand new coach, a lot of different things going on with COVID and different things like that. So we are going to get to speak to Coach Anasicki after she finishes up speaking with the team in their team meeting right after the game. And just real quick, just a quick update. Next Thursday, we are going to be here again, bringing you Central visiting the Clinton Dragons. So that'll be next Thursday, the 28th, February 5th. We will be at Clinton once again for the Anderson County and Clinton basketball game, and then turn right around on the 11th and be at Anderson County for the Clinton and Anderson County basketball game. So, Jared, what you got there?
While we have a break here in the action, I just want to go over real quickly. They just announced the Teachers of the Year for Anderson County schools, and they're going to be doing a Teacher of the Year via ACTV this year, so that's
virtually
exciting. They're going to do it virtually and still recognize these wonderful teachers. And, we grew up in an educational family. My sister's a teacher. She's a last year winner of Teacher of the Year. And I just respect all these folks so much for the dedication that they put forth to our students here in Anderson County. And so if I butcher your last name, I want to apologize now. Please forgive me.
We're trying.
I did pass 3rd grade, and I did not have to be held back in 3rd grade for my reading. That was for you, Dr. Parrott. But I will read these Teachers of the Year. So the Anderson County Career and Technical Center, Crystal Fryer. Anderson County High School, Chad Fiock. Clinton High School, Alicia Phillips. Clinch River Community School, Denise Sawyer. Clinton Middle School, Stacy Weldon. Lake City Middle School, Tonya Gossett. Norris Middle School, Miss Luann Caldwell. She was my teacher. Norwood Middle School, Brittany Stacy. Andersonville Elementary, Kenneth Belanuk? Bulacek. Okay. Braswell Elementary, Tiffany Warman. Claxton Elementary, Amanda Mallory. Dutch Valley Elementary, Amy Charles. Fairview Elementary, Angie Phillips. Grand Oaks Elementary, Elizabeth Evans. Lake City Elementary, Jill Moore. Norris Elementary, Laurie Templin. Norwood Elementary, Lori Nicholson. And for the preschool department, Brandy Wilson. So I just want to congratulate all those teachers on being Teacher of the Year this year, and just hats off to you, and thank you for your dedication every day to our students here in Anderson County. Here in the next, let's see here, about 18 months or so, I will have my first child in Anderson County schools, and I'm very excited to have them, my little girl, go to Anderson County schools. I think we're zoned for Fairview. So excited about that, but hats off to you guys. I know it's been a tough year, and I hope that they get things right down in Nashville and can get you guys some well-deserved raises.
Absolutely.
And some other things that are going on down there. If you haven't been paying attention to that, I encourage you to pay attention to that and what's going on down in Nashville with the state legislature. And
also, just to let you know, Clinton does play Central on Tuesday as well, at Central. So just a couple of things, not really AC Anderson County sports related, but for around here. First off, if you grew up around here, you're very familiar with the Atlanta Braves. Dale Murphy was my favorite player as a kid. I was a Braves fan until they traded him, and then I went to Philadelphia where he went to the Rockies. But one of the all-time great players, and in my mind, still the home run king.
No doubt about it.
Henry Hank Aaron passed away today. I believe it was 84, 86, something like that. But, I still
I heard a stat that just blew my mind. If you take away all of his home runs, he still had 3,000 hits.
Yeah, he was incredible.
If you take away every home run he had, which was 755?
Yes.
He still had over 3,000 hits. That's still Hall of Fame numbers. That's awesome. And he's going to be missed.
I think he's the best ever. I think really just I was lucky enough to watch him play when I was younger. My brother took us to the game in Atlanta, and
heard another thing. He ended up with the Boston Braves because he got paid $50. He got an offer for $50 more. He could have actually ended up on the same team with Willie Mays if he had chose to go the other direction. So imagine having both of those players on the same team.
That'd have been a pretty tough outfield, man. Yeah. I'll tell you what. But I
think we got an interview coming up here in just a second. We're waiting on them to get on the screen that we can see here on the TV. But some other news in sports in the area is that since we've been on last, the University of Tennessee made the decision to part ways with their head football coach. Jeremy Pruitt era at the University of Tennessee is over, and along with him, Coach Fulmer resigned. He's stepping down as well.
Retiring.
He's retiring. I don't know if that was a forced retirement or not. I have my own opinions. But he's stepping down as the athletics director at the University of Tennessee after about 3 years. And they've already hired a new athletics director, Danny White from the University of Central Florida. His brother is the head basketball coach at Florida. He's got a brother that's the athletics director at FAU, and his dad is a longtime athletics director at Duke. So it's interesting to see all the changes that are happening over there on the Hill, and hopefully tonight we'll have an opportunity to discuss that a little bit, maybe during the halftime of the guys' game.
We'll talk about it some more, but right now we're going to go to a live interview here with Assistant Principal Travis Freeman. Travis, how's everything going there in Anderson County, man?
Hey, going great.
Hey,
Doing great.
hey, Coach Freeman. Ben Downs told me that you had a face for radio, but we told him we were putting you on TV tonight.
Well, it definitely have a haircut for radio, that's for sure.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that haircut, man. I'm a big
That's
fan
right.
of it.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We've spoken to, Coach Terry, and I still call him Coach Downs. Talked to Ben a little bit. Tell us a little bit what you've experienced with the new ladies basketball coach, with Coach Anasicki, and what she has done to really try to turn this program around.
Absolutely. Matter of fact, just before they came down to get me, they're late in that fourth quarter. Clock's running. You're down 35 plus, and I leaned over to I said, "Hey, look at the score." And he's like, I said, "And look at Coach Anasicki." And I don't know if you guys saw it or paid any attention. She's up, and you can probably hear her on air. I mean, she's coaching her guts out down 35.
She never sat down. She never sat down.
And Ben and I said, "Hey, we need to talk to her because if you look back just years ago before Paige got to Oak Ridge, they struggled to score 20 a game, and everybody in the district just ran over the top of them. And of course now you have Oak Ridge as that bar that's been set in the district, and I mean." Just that alone of what she's doing, how hard she's working, that as a former coach, that means the world to me.
Absolutely, and I do see the parallel with where Oak Ridge was at, before Paige got there, to where Anderson County had, honestly had fallen to from, where they were, winning districts and, going to regions and that type thing. Yeah. So I definitely see that parallel, and we were talking a little bit earlier, from the social media and all the pictures and everything. Nobody's going to outwork them. She has got those girls training, and I tell you what, once she's able to have another year of that consistent training, I really think they're going to be able to run with just about anybody.
Absolutely, and just that the basketball part obviously was big for us, but the excitement that Nikki brought to our program here at Anderson County, like I don't know that if you guys have had a chance to walk through their newly renovated locker room.
We haven't, but Coach Terry's invited us over for to go look at it.
It is second, I would say, in girls basketball, and I've not been in many girls basketball locker rooms across the district or state, but I would say it's second to very few, just with what she's done, and to tell you just a little the type of person and coach that she is. The coach's office that used to be there, she ultimately said, "I don't need a coach's office. I want the girls to have it." She gave the coach's office up. They renovated it and turned it into almost like a little bit of a kitchen area with a refrigerator and microwave and sink and those type things for the girls. And then it leads into a much nicer shower than I have at my house. I mean, just it, and those things too, obviously are just I hate to say a byproduct, but she came in and she said, "Hey, I want the best for my girls. And I'm willing to sacrifice what."
And she's worked worked to get it. She's got the donations to take care of it. She, as far as the money goes, so she's absolutely worked her tail off in order to get all that in, and it's been fantastic to watch.
Coach Freeman, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
One of the things that's so important is having that support from the parents. Kind of what's been the feedback from the parents that you've heard and about Coach Anasicki and also following up to that, what do you expect for us to see tonight from this guys basketball game?
To be honest, haven't heard a ton. I have. I've heard some girls probably complain about how hard they're working sometimes, which, as anybody that knows me in that realm, I've never slacked up in that, so that tickles me to death. If you're saying, "Hey, we're working way too hard," or "We're working really, really hard," that I love, just real quick, and I'll transition to boys. I love coming in here during the fall in fourth block and just standing in the doorway from the main lobby and watching girls basketball get after it this year. I mean, she was getting after it. I told Wallace, I'm like, "Hey, you're getting a run for your money down here. You better pick your game up because it's getting after it." And to each their own. Some folks, maybe aren't as accustomed to that style. But I love it. Like, I think she works so hard, and it's gonna. Yeah,
it's going to pay off in the long run. I honestly, truly believe that as she's going to give us an opportunity to be contenders in this district once again. And obviously, when we drop, with next year's new classifications, and we're not playing the Oak Ridge and the Carnes and Pals of the world again, Anderson County girls basketball is going to be relevant really quick, I believe. Speaking of the boys, last time when the boys, when we traveled to Oak Ridge, that was a single-digit ball game going into the fourth quarter. Oak Ridge ran away with it. If we can play hard and do those little things, be tough, we're going to have to try and be tougher than them. We're going to have to get on the floor, get after loose balls, and you hope that Connor Martin, hot, that Jet can push the pace at the point and give us a chance, because we're going to have to. We're probably maybe outmanned a little bit, so we're going to have to do something. I know Coach Wallace has had a little bit of a deficiency that this evening. He's missing. Who's in a boot right now. I think he rolled his ankle earlier in the week, so that's going to hurt him because he brings some toughness to the team. But they'll get after it, play hard, and do those little things. I think we've got a good chance.
All right, and real quick, I think what? Oh, John Williams, Sleepy has a question for you. So go ahead.
Hey,
Get it, Sleepy.
Hey, Coach Freeman. Had a couple of your players on the show on Channel 12 earlier. A few weeks ago, Carter Jett and Stone Hatmaker, and one of the questions Coach Stewart wanted me to ask them, you and Gary Terry in the cage match.
I know where this is going.
And earlier we had the Clinton wrestling coach and going with Terry, and far as he's a MMA fighter for the Clinton wrestling coach. But what about you and Coach Terry in the cage match? I believe it was pretty split with.
We could get Snyder and Cates against you and Terry in a tag team match. What do you think?
Listen, if we're going no hold bars, bare knuckle, I'll take Gary Terry anytime. Listen, when you pair up Air Base Bryceville with South Knoxville, I don't think you can get any dirtier than that.
Air Base Bryceville.
That's me right here.
I mean, like the two horsemen right there, the dirtiest player in the game, and Arn Anderson. I tell you what,
absolutely,
yeah,
right there.
Hey, Coach Freeman be walking in like Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Ho!
With that 2x4. Yep.
Yeah, we went with you down at the show that night. You got the nod. Because you was from Bryceville, that Bryceville strong. We went ahead and
absolutely
gave you the edge.
That South Knoxville, though, I tell you what, I wouldn't count myself out with Gary Terry there.
We're gonna have to check his boots for razors. That's what we're gonna have to do.
Absolutely.
Coach. Hey, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate a few minutes of your time, and we look forward to come down, touring the new girls' locker room, and just whenever we can get back in there, just see everybody. So thank you so much for the interview.
Hey, I want to say thank you guys, too. Nobody does it better for high school representation of sports, the wrestling, across the board, A+. Appreciate you guys.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it, Travis.
Thank you.
Thank you. And as we see some of the introductions going in for the guys' game, let's see how Anderson County comes out. Looks like I see Coach Couples down there. And
yeah, I was. Coach Couples has been with Coach Wallace for quite some time. Coach Stewart is also one of the assistant coaches there with Coach Wallace. Coach Wallace has been with the Anderson County program for what, like 23, 24 years?
Yeah,
not as head coach.
No,
he was assistant coach.
He was assistant coach for a while. I always give him a hard time because he actually coached he actually taught our sister in 5th grade, and now Lauren is a teacher at Bryceville and finishing up her doctorate here in about a year. So I always like to give him a hard time about how old he is. But no, Coach Wallace is great basketball coach, great guy, and I love seeing him up there on the sidelines.
Whoa, don't get crazy, okay? He's a decent.
He's a decent guy.
He's a decent guy.
Yeah. They also have, as you mentioned, Coach Brian Stewart, assistant coach. He was head coach at South Doyle for the last 6 years, so they've got a ton of experience. Couple that with Mitch Couples, no pun intended, but got a pretty good staff right there.
And Mitch, he was a great basketball player at Tennessee Tech. So they've got a lot. Oh, nice ball movement.
Wide open.
Mavericks. 3-point
Little
shot,
long.
no good.
Good defense.
Nice
Or good
rebound there
rebound,
by
I
number
mean.
24, Anthony White. Nice little floater in the lane, no good. Rebound brought down by Oak Ridge. So it looks like in for the Mavericks right now. I see number 3, which is going to be Carter Jett. 3-point shot knocked down by the Wildcats.
Yeah, Jonathan Stewart from the corner, a three-pointer. Wildcats, they're ranked in the top 10 in the state, undefeated in district play.
Nice ball movement there by the Mavericks to get the 2-point bucket underneath.
Anthony White with the bucket.
24, yep. Also on the court right now for the Mavericks, Eli Varner, number 12. You've got number 11, Connor Martin. Looks like 22, Jatrevor Stagnolia. And then 24, Anthony White, who got the bucket just a minute ago. 3-point shot. Rebound pulled down by Anderson County. Number 3, Ethan Charles. Or I'm sorry, Carter Jett. And Anderson County's bringing the ball up. Anthony White once again. Nice ball movement. 23, Stone Hatmaker.
Yeah, Carter Jett, he's pretty slick.
Good
The ball
move
handling.
inside.
Good pass there.
Hatmaker's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
But Coach Freeman, he was right. The earlier meeting between Oak Ridge and Anderson County, it was a 5-point game at halftime. Oak Ridge led, and third quarter, about midway through, Oak Ridge started pulling away a little bit, but Anderson County played right with them, and they have a chance tonight to knock off these Wildcats.
Stone Hatmaker ties it up at 3 from the line.
Knocks down number 2.
Take a 1-point lead. This is always a very animated game, especially towards the end from our experience of watching this basketball game. Crosstown rivals, it's a
Cross-county rival.
cross-county rivals. Well, I mean, Clinton and Oak Ridge are just
They're
one
two
town
different
apart.
cities.
Yeah.
Unfortunate right there. Anthony White had that rebound. He lost it, turnover, and Oak Ridge able to score. Looks like Stewart goes to the line to try to complete a 3-point play.
5-4 Oak Ridge right now as we wait to see about the free throw. Knocks it down 6-4 Oak Ridge.
He's got all 6 for the Wildcats. The Wildcats undefeated in the district. Anderson County with 1 win.
I think I know why they call him Jet.
He's quick now.
Yeah. Anderson
Actually,
County,
it's his last name. His
Anderson
last
County,
name is Jet.
Yeah, I mean, they call him Jet, but he is pretty quick.
Mavericks just looking to try to play 4 quarters. I saw him play Powell last week, led by 7 at halftime, ended up losing by 5. Same thing against Central earlier in the week. They had the lead and lost it, and just looking to put a complete game together. And they're a pretty good team. So they just have to put it all together.
Turnover there by Anderson County.
Yeah, Hatmaker lost the handle there a little bit.
3-point shot, knocks it down. Big shot there by Oak Ridge.
That's Jeremy Miller. He's a pretty outstanding player.
He's 6'3",
They have
165 senior.
He takes the time.
Jeremy Miller and Jonathan Millaway for Oak Ridge. And it's an Oak Ridge team that they qualified for the state last year. And of course, they didn't have the state tournament, but they were all juniors pretty much. They had 1 senior they lost, but all of them's back this year. And
I tell you what, from what I saw from them last year in the couple games that we covered, I think they could have had a pretty good run there in the state tournament if it doesn't get canceled due to COVID. I mean, they had a squad, and they're all pretty much all back this year. So I look for the same type things late in the season from Oak Ridge.
right, they defeated Maryville. No, they lost to Maryville in the region finals, and they traveled to Science Hill and defeated them in the sub-state to make it to the state. But yeah, they're a talented team. They like to, get out and run the floor, get easy buckets off transition.
Very similar to the girls' team. 3-point shot,
Knocked it down.
Big shot there by Eli Varner from the corner.
Oak Ridge, they're capable of pulling off an upset here tonight. I do not see the Millaway kid in the game
Rattles
yet.
in and out. Oak Ridge follows and gets it to fall.
Once that's him with the glasses on. Looks like he's got some goggles on.
So here comes Anderson County moving the ball up the court. And ball's thrown away, and it's going to be Oak Ridge basketball.
Yeah, he's going to have to get some help with that, getting that ball across midcourt. It looks like Oak Ridge is executing their full court press pretty flawlessly right now.
Very similar styles between the men's and the women's team.
Point guard for Oak Ridge, Kel Slater. That is Milloway inside. He's sporting some goggles.
He's got the rec specs going on tonight.
He must have had caught a finger in the eye or something. He hasn't been wearing them this year, though.
And he just got called for a foul there, down low.
Shout out to a friend of mine, Cody Goins. He wore the rec specs back in when we played basketball in Norris area basketball. And
I think I would have to wear them now.
yeah, you've got some spectacles on there, Jared.
I'm getting old, Lee. Getting old. Falling apart.
Yeah, he might just be for like eyeglasses type of.
Or contacts if he, something along those lines. Air ball there. Rebound pulled down by Oak Ridge.
Coach Green wanting a foul. He's always wanting something.
Another 3-point shot. No good.
Getting at the Bruce Pearl way.
What? They're going to call a body foul after the shot. I don't know. It looked like he kind of leaned into him to get the contact a little bit. White looked like he had pretty good positioning.
Yeah, you're right after the shot, but they're going to give him
3 free throws.
3.
Ball never lies, my friend. Misses the first one.
He might want to take the goggles off. He might be able to see better.
It may take him a while to get used to it.
Oh, ball
Misses number
never
2.
lies. Misses number 2. Well, they say those big men can't shoot free throws,
No, it was just Shaq. Shaq couldn't shoot free throws. Dirk Nowitzki could, though.
He did the hat trick.
Golden sombrero.
Well, that was...
we were speaking of baseball earlier.
there are probably a couple
Looks
of
like
fouls that could have been called in there.
Number 15 got maybe the air knocked out of him or something.
Oak Ridge to inbound the basketball.
And he's going to check out. Number 1, Stafford Shanklin checks in.
Yeah,
Senior.
It's a transfer from Carnes. He came his junior year, and he's leading Oak Ridge in scoring this year. There's a Milloway inside the basket.
So it's going to be a foul. Looks like on Oak Ridge. Number 3 holding. I think that's normally a 10-yard penalty in football. Nice ball movement there by the Mavericks to break the press.
10-yard penalty in football. It's a spot foul.
See what Anderson County draws up on offense. White with the ball, pull up. No good. Rebound inside. Got a little too far up. Tried to put it right back up. It's going to be out of bounds. Stays with Anderson County.
Yeah,
right.
Barner's a big kid. He can get in there and bang.
Yeah, he can.
Connor Martin, he's key for Anderson County. He's the top outside shooter. He's really been in sort of a slump this year. They need to get him going.
This would be a great game for him to get started. Tried that cross-court pass, not successful. Takes it coast to coast, no good. Rebound fought for, ultimately pulled down by Varner.
Throws it away.
Throws the ball away. Here comes Oak Ridge. Looks like it's being brought up right now by number 5 for the Wildcats, and that's going to be
a turnover.
I don't have a name here, but
see if I can look it up. I believe.
Nice ball movement by the Mavericks with the spin move. Tries to draw the contact, no call.
Joseph Thompson for Oak Ridge, number
Block
5.
by
Nice
Martin.
block by Martin. 6-point lead right now for the Oak Ridge Wildcats over the hosting Anderson County Mavericks. Once again, you are watching live sports here on ACTV. We are the home of the Anderson County Mavericks and the Clinton Dragons. Shot goes up, no good, tipped around. It's going to be controlled by Oak Ridge.
Don't forget to turn your television dial back to us next Thursday, as we will be covering the Central Clinton
matchup. Now, Clinton plays Central, I believe, on Tuesday as well. And I think they have a game tomorrow. Is it at Campbell County?
Mm-hmm.
At Campbell County.
Yeah, we've already played Central at home, so we'll not be playing them next Thursday.
Who are we playing? I thought we were playing Central. Who are we playing? Maybe I misspoke. You can find out all the schedule.
There's a 3 by Hatmaker. Stone Hatmaker knocking down the 3.
Huh? It is Central.
Yeah, Central, January 28th.
At home.
Central in Anderson County?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you meant Clinton.
No, Central Clinton, right?
Clinton, we've already played Central at home.
3-point shot, no good. Rebound. Connor Martin throws the outlet. Jet runs underneath it, lays it up.
Ooh,
no good,
strong.
not able to finish it. Had to adjust his shot a little bit, had a shot blocker down there. Nice
Good defense.
Oh, Oak Ridge controls it.
Came away with it.
23 puts it up and in.
Jeremy Miller to the basket. It's interesting, Miller and Connor Jett, they both played for Oliver Springs Middle School.
Tries the wraparound, not successful, out of bounds.
Yeah, the Dragons will be at home tomorrow night against Campbell County. 5:30 girls, 7 boys, and then they're at Central on Tuesday. And we got Oak Ridge coming in next Friday, a week from tonight.
Who is this?
Oak Ridge at Clinton next Friday. There's a 3 by Stewart. Wildcats up by 9 now. Jet brings it up court.
Knocked away by Oak Ridge. Ball's going to stay with the Mavericks.
Trevor Stagnolia checking in for the Mavericks, 22. Yes, Oak Ridge undefeated in the district.
Clock was running out.
Brandon Webb there.
He's going to try to be tricky.
Yep, Brandon Webb, 32.
18-9, Oak Ridge over Anderson County as we move into the second quarter. And Jared, what have you seen so far out of both teams tonight?
Well, I've seen that Oak Ridge certainly knows how to run that full court press, but Anderson County picked up on it, and they're now doing a good job breaking that press. Early on, they were struggling with it a little bit, and I think that's led to some turnover points in favor of the Wildcats. So we'll see some adjustments made here, and we'll see some adjustments made here during the quarter break, and hopefully Anderson County will be able to get some things going.
They were having some problems finishing around the rim, rim the couple of times. That they've had some layup possibilities and that type thing. So I mean, it's just it's being able to finish off some of those plays.
Yeah, they seem to be coming in a little strong. I think they're still trying to get settled down. This is kind of like a rivalry game since they're just in the same county, just across county from one another. So it'll be interesting to see how they adjust, and it'll be Anderson County's basketball as we get this second quarter underway.
Number 15
for the Mavericks,
Brandon McGee.
Yeah, Brandon McGee. Also have a Brandon Webb, 32.
And that's going to be a foul underneath, and I believe Anderson County is going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Foul on Stewart. Martin, free throw.
At halftime, we may try to bring you some more interviews, possibly from players or coaches, and we're working on that right now. So stay tuned during halftime.
Eli Varner a little strong on the first one.
Knocks down number 2.
Yeah, you can't be grabbing on him.
Is that 31, number 32?
Brandon Webb.
That's inside to Miller. He draws the foul. Slipped inside the Anderson County defense.
Looks like it's going to be another foul on 32. That's the second one in about 3 seconds. And he hasn't been in the game that long.
Yeah, he's got some muscle on him. Brandon Webb. He came from Powell High School.
If I'm not mistaken, he's related to the director of preschool, Shelby Hahn.
Knocks down both free throws. 10-point lead now by Oak Ridge over the hosting Mavericks.
Mavericks are handling the pressure pretty well.
They can't do much with it after they cross half court, unfortunately. They haven't been able to knock down the shots that they need to.
Oak Ridge is shooting the ball a little bit better early on, especially Jonathan Stewart. He had 9 points in the first quarter.
It's roughly half of Oak Ridge's points.
Webb's putting it on the floor. Nice pass over. Lays up. They just can't finish those inside shots that they're trying. Every one is contested by Oak Ridge, and they're not able to, get anything up clean. 3-point shot.
A little
long.
strong.
You got Milloway over the back.
That was a nice box out there by number 32. And Milloway with the height advantage, you still can't reach over and push them to try to get to it.
Stone Hatmaker back in the lineup. Anthony White as well.
Stagnolia is back in as well.
White gets the ball, waits for his teammates, gets it back to a ball handler, and let's see what the Mavericks do on this offensive set. Nice pass inside, another nice pass. Webb goes up, and he's going to get fouled with the body, and he's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Good ball movement right there. Jet to Hatmaker, got it to Webb. Draws the foul. Free throw, no
Strong
good.
off the back iron.
Anderson County's missed a few opportunities from the line tonight. Knocks down number 2.
He plays defense here and only down 9 points. Oak Ridge is an explosive team. So right now they've held them to 20 points. So
In about a quarter and a half.
just got to get the offense going.
Good defense there by Anderson County. Gets the ball over to, it's like Jet bringing the ball up.
Jet can knock it down. There's Hatmaker.
Gets inside to White. They're trying to go inside, but they've got so many bodies in there.
Hey, I'm all for them trying to work the ball inside, but trying to dump it over 3 people's head, that's
Right, yeah, White's
tough.
I think it's going to be number 3 on Webb. Yeah, it's his third. He's going to have to come and sit down for a little bit if they want to have him in the second half at all. And he's that big inside presence that you need some physicality, but you got to play under control and not have 3 fouls when you first get into the game. Misses the shot. Neither team shooting extremely well from the charity stripe tonight. Both teams have left probably 5 or 6 points out there on the floor just from missing free throws.
Well, I think they need to go back to the old granny shot from the foul line.
Rick Berry.
Rick Berry.
Yep, 90% or more.
LSU great. Isn't that where he played?
No, I think you're thinking Maravich.
Pete Maravich. That's
Yeah.
who I am. That's who I am thinking about.
I mean,
Where
you
did
could
Rick
always
Barry play?
You could always look at the one time, all SEC, the leader, in free throw makes in a row, who's actually a principal out in the Oak Ridge area now.
Right, Phil Cox.
Phil Cox. He was my high school PE teacher, and he was Dad's assistant principal when Dad was the principal out at Norris Middle School. So hopefully he's doing well. Shout out to Coach Cox and his family. And I think his daughter's a teacher now too. And
She's at Dutch Valley Elementary.
it's fantastic to see. I think she was born when I was in middle school, and now to see her as a teacher makes me feel really old.
It's because you are.
I know.
Yeah,
Actually,
I can't help it.
Mr. Cox gave me a call a couple weeks ago.
Did he?
Yeah. Good to talk to him.
Phil Cox. He hurt Tennessee a few times, I believe, from the.
Oh yeah, he was a heck of a basketball player. He was still dunking back whenever I was in high school or back in middle school, and he would still dunk just to show us that he could. And we loved playing basketball against him.
Why?
It was just being around somebody that
was good?
Yeah, it was fantastic to watch, man. Just a great guy.
Mavericks need a basket.
Yeah, it seems like both squads have gone dry here the last couple of minutes. We'll see if they can spark any offense. Called for a travel? I didn't see it.
Didn't see that.
Looked like maybe a walk or a travel. I didn't see a foul. It must have been called by the third official that was out of the screen.
Pull-up shot, no good.
A little short.
Ball's going to go to Anderson County. 10-point lead by the Wildcats, 21-11. Not a ton of scoring, I don't believe, here in the second half. About halfway through, I think, Anderson County's got 2 and Oak Ridge maybe has 3.
They're shooting a whopping 27% from the field.
Wildcats don't look sharp tonight. Mavericks not as
Inside
well either.
the line.
but
Foot
there's
was
a
on the
three.
line, 2-point.
Two-pointer.
So we do have confirmation. Clinton will play Central for the third time next Thursday on ACTV. So they are going to play for the third time this season.
Well, how about them apples? So we will be with you Tuesday night.
Thursday night.
Thursday night, I'm sorry.
Tuesday is where they're playing at Central, but they had to move some games around
Because of COVID.
and both teams did, and so they agreed to play for a third time just to kind of get that, another game in before you get to tournament play.
I don't know why they would play another district opponent. I mean, we're playing them Tuesday night, so I'm not
Well,
sure
if they
about
don't get the win Tuesday, they get another chance on Thursday, Like,
I don't know you'd want to play your opponent.
And because the Oak Ridge game was moved to Saturday.
okay.
You sure it's Central? We've already played them at home once. So.
But yeah, that's why we're playing them for the third time, I guess. I hadn't heard of it either. In doing this, I've never heard playing the district team.
I can
So if you're
double-
watching us and you're from Clinton,
I can double check Coach Lockard.
if Coach Lockard is scouting tonight from his couch, if you want to, I'm sure you know Sleepy Williams. If you can let us know, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Anderson County throws the ball away. Unfortunate there.
So Oak Ridge hangs on to a 10-point lead right now with 3:41 to go here in the first half. It's not been a spectacular display of shooting so far tonight.
Not in the second quarter, at least. First quarter was better than this.
There's a block by Martin.
Three-point air ball. Knocked around. Oak Ridge gets a third, fourth chance putting the ball in. They get the bucket. 12-point lead now for the Wildcats. Nice ball movement for the Mavericks.
This is a big key stretch of the game right here, the last 3 minutes of this
Eli Varner
quarter.
not able to finish it.
You don't want to see Oak Ridge pull out anymore, but that's what the Wildcats like to do, get out in transition and get those layups.
Coach Wallace takes his timeout, and he's going to talk to his guys about it. Be a full timeout.
As we come back,
While we got a break
yeah.
in the action, Lee, like we mentioned between the games over there at UT, they've made some changes. They've hired an athletics director, which I personally think was a fantastic hire. With his track record and things, this will be his first time in a big Power 5 program. But I think they made a fantastic hire with an athletics director, and it was good to hear his press conference today.
If you looked up any information at all on Central Florida since Danny White had taken over as the athletic director there, they had done nothing but improve. They had the undefeated season that they had.
National champions.
We'll use that term loosely.
Hey,
now.
back
I don't know who
before
was
the
recognized.
BCS era, people just claimed them. So
I mean, that's how Alabama has 37 is just by
right.
claiming
Right.
national championships. So, and I'm gonna get some love on Twitter from that one. I know I am, or Twitter and Facebook on that. So I know I am. But
I mean, that's just all you got to do, right? I'm claiming one for myself.
oh, okay.
I'm
For
gonna
what, cheerleading or
No, football. I'm
football?
just going to write it on my resume. 2006 national champion. That's what I'm.
Just pick one of those vacated years from
There you go.
USC. Pick one of those vacated years from USC, and nobody will be able to argue with you. Put it on Wikipedia; it makes it true. Another turnover there by Anderson County. Oak Ridge running. Pulls up, avoids the charging foul. Slapped around, coming away with by Connor Martin.
Love his shoes. Look at there, pink.
He still hadn't been able to get anything going offensively. He shoots from deep. No good. That was just a little bit too deep, I believe.
Couldn't get the friendly roll there.
Yeah, those kids are going to all different kinds of colored shoes now. I mean, this is it's just anything goes anymore on those
Back
shoes.
in my day, we all had to wear the same thing.
Well, Oak Ridge is, if you notice. And that's going to be a foul. He's going to go line and shoot.
Still in the bucket.
Yep, Stone Hatmaker with the foul. And Oak Ridge will go to the line, shoot the extra one there. And Oak Ridge is sprinted out to about an 18-point lead at this point, with 2 minutes left to go. Here, just, a minute ago, it was, a 9-10-point game, and both teams were struggling to, hit a bucket. Now Oak Ridge is, just as you said earlier, Sleepy, they're explosive, and they've pulled away and got like a 19-point lead now.
Yeah, right here towards the end of the second quarter, got on a little run. AC needs to close strong here.
Jet, Varner.
There you go.
There you go.
Nice ball movement. Get Connor Martin in layup. Maybe that'll wake him up from, from behind the line as well. Sometimes you just need to hit that first one to get some confidence.
His first basket.
I don't know how that wasn't a travel when he threw the ball up and then caught it, then passed it. And layup right there. So a minute 15 left to go. Still 19-point lead by the Wildcats. No foul called on either one right there.
Looked like Martin. He got fouled. No whistle.
Deep three, no good. Rebound, he's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Shanklin Obey boxed him out. I just received a text saying the Clinton Central game at Central Tuesday is being called off because Central has some COVID.
So has it been moved to Thursday?
It possibly could be moved to Thursday, but
Maybe
we've already played them at home. That's why I don't know. I don't think we would play them again at home, but I'm not sure on that.
We'll let you know when. We're actually going to have that wrestling match I've been promoting. That's what we're going to put on ACTV.
They need to, yeah.
I don't know if the ceilings in here are high enough to put a cage in.
Maybe we could just do judo. They could do it from their knees. Just
I'll give you one of them Judy chops.
There's no chops in judo. It's all about throws.
Tell that to the redneck ninja.
Anthony White at the line. Oh,
Is that
Use
your
the
off
bag
the
ball.
glass.
The glass is your friend. Bank is open.
You don't normally see it from the free throw line,
That's
though.
true. Actually, this time at the bank's
That's the can you like.
40
Set.
seconds to go here.
17-point lead for the Wildcats. Oak Ridge moving the ball around up top, possibly looking for the last shot of the half.
Good block.
Blocked there by Connor Martin. Ball's going to stay with Anderson County. Connor thought it may have gone off the leg of the Oak Ridge person after he blocked it.
Let's see if Anderson County, I know they'll be looking to make some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can get back in this one. As the Wildcats have taken a pretty commanding lead. 12-footer off the mark.
Rebound by
Varner.
Anderson County. 8 seconds left. If they want to get a shot off, they got to move.
5, 3, 2, 1.
No shot off. And that's going to be halftime. Your score at half, Anderson County 17, doubled up by the visiting Wildcats 34. And as we wait to see if we get any interviews here at halftime, Jared, any thoughts on the first half play by both squads?
Well, my first thought is this: we shouldn't talk about the shooting because as soon as we brought that up, Oak Ridge was able to kind of run away with it a little bit with some fast break points. Those fast break points turn into high percentage shots with layups and things like that. So, I think Anderson County is going to have to come out and make some adjustments here early in the second half if they want to try to get back in this. As you said, they've kind of doubled them up. Went on probably a 12-2 run there to kind of end the first half.
Yep.
So that's the word I was looking for. Half.
Half. There you go.
Yeah, first half. So
Help you with those hard words.
yeah.
Sleepy, what'd you see going on there, especially there at the close of the second half or first half?
Well, just Oak Ridge got on a little run, like Jared said, and able to force Anderson County into some turnovers and got some easy baskets. And, that's not what Anderson County needed there down the stretch. And, Oak Ridge not really looking that sharp, and thought Anderson County, had their chances earlier in the game to maybe have the lead or be closer than they were, but they were not particularly sharp as well on shooting the basketball, and had some turnovers as well inside.
So it does look like that we do have an interview coming up. Jalen Bullock. Jalen, can you hear me?
Sir,
How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Who's that standing behind you there?
Rowan.
Okay, is she just watching over you a little bit?
Yeah, she's my guardian angel.
She's your guardian angel. All right. Well, Jalen, great job tonight, getting some quality playing time, and playing against Oak Ridge. And tell us a little bit about Coach Anasicki and what you've seen going into into the season.
Coach Nikki is a great coach. She really pushes us as players to do our best. It is tough at sometimes. Practices are really hard, but she wants us to be the best that we can be. So it's truly a blessing to have her.
That's awesome. Now, and just kind of looking at it, so you've got Coach Nikki as your head coach. Any thoughts about any of your assistant coaches?
They're great people. Actually, one of the assistant coaches is my mom.
Oh, is that who that is?
Is that why I would have brought that up? So how is it?
I'm not sure.
So how is your mom, Emily? How is she in coaching you? Is she any harder on you than she is on any of the other players, or is it pretty even?
It's even during the games when we get home. She tells me what I do wrong. So.
Not that I'm trying to get you in trouble or anything. I'm just saying, it's just fun to watch. And it's really good to see you. How is the speed different from because you're a freshman, correct?
Yes.
So what's the speed difference going from middle school ball to high school ball?
Oh, it's a big difference. In middle school, you're kind of just cruising. I mean, you don't really feel like it, but once you get to high school, you realize that it's a big change.
Absolutely. Jared, do you have any questions for Jalen?
Jalen, how are you? You doing okay?
I am. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's good to see you, sweetie. I know that you go to church with my sister, and she thinks the world of you and your family. But let me ask you a real serious question. One-on-one basketball game between your dad and your mom, who wins?
Oh, it's easy. Emily wins every time.
I don't know. I feel like Mom would win because Dad hasn't really been running a lot.
She just
Well,
outwork him, right? Just outwork him.
Here's the thing, though. Normally, one-on-one's half court, so one-on-one's half court. So I think Brad might be able to keep up a little bit, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, Dad can shoot the lights out for sure.
Okay, all right.
I think it'd be a fair matchup.
All right, there you go. Hey, let me ask you this. I'm excited to see you getting quite a bit of playing time as a freshman. I think it'll pay dividends later on in your career at Anderson County. What are some goals that you and your team have set for yourselves to kind of finish up this season strong? What are some things that you hope to do and accomplish as we finish up this very different basketball season?
It is very different, and something that we have said as a team is that we want to come together and we want to push ourselves to be the best players that we can. It doesn't really matter the score. I mean, it hurts to lose, but we just want to be there for each other and be able to push ourselves to the best that we can be as players.
Well, just keep your head up and keep competing, and those wins will come and those points will come. But keep playing hard and just have fun with it. That's what high school sports are all about, is just having fun. And next time I see your dad, I'm going to give him a hard time, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Jalen. You have a good evening. Thank you.
You too.
And that is freshman guard for Anderson County, Jalen Bullock. It was great to hear from her and get some of the players' perspective, with the coaching and different things. I know we had a little bit of fun there, but it was great to see Jalen.
Yeah, she's a good little athlete. She's got some great potential ahead of her. I think with the right coaching, she could potentially be a really good high school basketball player in the future. And she's got some great parents, and it's good to see her mom helping coach and do whatever she can do to help this Lady Mavs basketball program kind of develop. So, Sleepy, you got some stats for us?
Yeah, I just want to say shout out to Brad if he's out there watching, and played a lot of softball with him. And
Brad's an all right guy. I mean, we played it a little bit too. So yeah, I mean it's always, anytime I get a chance to give Brad a hard time, I have to take advantage of it.
Yeah, Jalen's a pretty impressive freshman.
Absolutely,
got a lot of responsibility on her as a freshman, playing point guard, and of course her mother was outstanding athlete, and her dad as well. So she comes by it honest. So look forward to watching her develop the rest of her career at Anderson County. Point-wise for Anderson County, 17 points here at the half as they trail 34-17. Anderson County being led at halftime by Eli Varner with 6 points. He has 1 3-pointer with 4 points apiece. Stone Hatmaker and Anthony White. Connor Martin chipped in with 2, and Brandon Webb has 1 point.
What about for Oak Ridge there?
Well, I started out keeping Oak Ridge and sort of quit, but Jonathan Stewart, he had 9 points.
He was leading the way. I mean, he was hitting everything, and just as far as Oak Ridge's defense goes, I mean they've allowed Anderson County to get some points, or get into the paint. But their defense has redirected a lot of balls and caused a lot of misfires underneath.
Yeah, they full court pressure the whole way. Anderson County's handled it pretty well for the most part, I thought. It's just on the offensive end, they tried to force some passes in to Anthony White a few times and had some turnovers. And but it really wasn't shooting the ball well. Had some good shots inside as well, but couldn't get them to fall. And they were in the game midway through the second quarter. It was 20-10. It was low scoring, but Oak Ridge able to pull away a little bit here at halftime.
Absolutely. And so we look to get started back on the second half. Jared, what does Anderson County need to do in order to try to get back in this game?
Well,
besides hit shots.
First of all, be able to break that press effectively and quickly. They need to get the ball up the floor. When they're able to get the ball up the floor, I think they need to attack the basket. Try to draw those fouls, get themselves to the line, slow the pace of this basketball game down as slow as they can, because that's completely counterintuitive to what Oak Ridge tries to do with run the ball, fast breaks, get the ball in the paint. So I really think that will probably be a big key to this second half. They need to try to get that ball slowed down a little bit in their favor and work the ball inside, try to get to the line. And when they get to the line, they need to hit their free throws.
Oak Ridge doing a good job defensively. Two of the top scorers for Anderson County coming in this game. Connor Martin was averaging 17 points. He's been held to 2. Carter Jett, Carter Jett, he's had averaging 14 points a game. He's not scored. So, right there, 2 of the top scorers with 2 points here at halftime, and that's pretty much been the story right there.
Eli Varner's about halfway to his average, so of 12 points a game.
Right,
so
Eli.
He's on pace, but you've got to get something else out of some of your higher scoring, your top scorers, just to be able to, if you want to stay in this game with Oak Ridge.
Exactly, and Oak Ridge doing a good job taking that away from the Mavericks.
So as we get ready, it looks like we should head back for live basketball action here anytime. Once again, I'd just like to reset and thank everyone for joining us here at ACTV for our Anderson County Television Live Sports. We are the home of the Anderson County Mavericks and the Clinton Dragons. Thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to bringing you all the live basketball action, all the live sports action that we can. If you go back and look at some of our archives, we've got football games from this previous year. We've got the wrestling duels that we just did last week. We've got more games and everything coming up here in the near future. So just stay tuned, and thank you so much for watching us. As the ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to be a technical foul on somebody. Somebody just got teed up. I'm not sure who it was. Somebody from Oak Ridge got teed up. I don't know if it was on the bench.
It looked like it was a player. I'm not sure if a player maybe said something, but it seemed to be a player. Didn't seem to come from Coach Green. He's not quite that fired up yet.
Knocks down the free throw.
It's a good way to start for the Mavericks. Maybe get this lead down to 10 points and get it under 10.
Anything can happen if you're within striking
That's right.
distance.
That's what
You just got to get there.
Dickie V says. Get it below 10, baby.
Ram jam. Yeah, it's just Anderson County just hasn't been able to hit the field goals. I mean, and like I said, both teams have left point opportunities out on the free throw stripe, not been able to knock them down. Is right there, even on the technical, Anderson County hit 1 of 2 and puts the ball back up, fought for, and ball is going to be it's jump ball, arrow to Anderson County.
Yeah, that was one of the things that we talked about earlier. Is they're going to have to hit those free throws. They got to take every opportunity they can to get back in this. They want to slow this game down as much as possible and play something that's a little closer to their style of basketball, not this run and gun that Oak Ridge likes to play.
There's another fast break by Oak Ridge. Anderson County turned the ball over. Pass actually hit the defensive player. He wasn't even looking, hit him in the back of the arm. Connor Martin with the ball. Really need to get Connor going. I think Connor he had 2 points. He had that layup, but you really need to get Connor going here in the second half. if they want to get back into it. Long rebound. Puts up another three, knocks it down from the top of the key. 21-point lead now by Oak Ridge.
Seen that young man from Oak Ridge just knocked that shot down. One of their younger players, number 15, Lucas Searcy.
He's getting
That's what we have.
some love and some laughs for hitting that shot there at the top of the key from some of the other teammates. Probably a freshman who got in to get some playing time and maybe wasn't supposed to shoot, but saw the opportunity and took it.
You play the game to win, Lee. And he's out there shooting the basketball.
You play to win the game, if you're trying to do the quote.
Whatever it is.
Herm Edwards.
Got a message from Coach Lockard. The Tuesday game, Clinton Central has been shut down. Central has COVID issues, and it's been moved to February the 9th. So the Clinton girls, Lady Dragons, will be playing a makeup home game with Central on February the 3rd. That's all he's sent me right now. I've asked him about next Thursday.
Well, that's like the 28th, January 28th.
Three-point shot, knocks it down. Number 15's hit a couple of them.
Wild inside.
Not able to finish.
Skinny's had a few like that.
Yeah, they've had the opportunities to score some inside. They just haven't been able to finish around the rim. And here comes Anderson County pushing the ball up the court. Knocked out of bounds by Oak Ridge. The ball's going to stay with the Mavericks.
Oak Ridge in a man-to-man defense. There's Martin.
Yeah, they
Three-point shot, long.
Coach
Or
Green
maybe
likes
short
that
bounce,
man-to-man defense. So occasionally they'll switch it up just for a change of pace.
Nice steal there by Jet. Anthony White with the Euro
step.
step.
Oh, look at that.
Euro step and lays it in.
A-train.
Big guy with the Euro step.
I'd probably break my ankle if I tried that. I don't know how they do that.
I thought it was called a walk, but
Yeah, used to be a wall back in our day, didn't it?
Not since Harden has entered the NBA.
yeah, I think they stopped calling those.
That's a charge.
James Harden and LeBron James have changed the basketball forever.
White got his feet in place, took the charge. Smart heads-up play there by White. Connor Martin back to Jet. I don't know why I had such a hard time saying Connor Martin right then.
Nice.
Oh, nice. No-look pass underneath the White.
It was Carter Jet, who's lead AC with 5 assists per game.
I can see, wow, that was a very nice pass right there. Toes run the line. No good.
Good defense inside. They're kind of trying to get on a little run here.
Oh, that should have been a
Oh,
foul.
timeout. I think Coach Wallace got a timeout.
Looks like Hatmaker's a little slow to get up. Maybe got the air knocked out of him or something right there.
Yeah, that should have been a foul. In my opinion, my humble opinion, but Anderson County just didn't get the call.
So Anderson County on a little bit of a run here. They've cut the lead down to 20, 42-22. Been able to hit some shots and really playing pretty good defense the past 2 or 3 minutes.
Right down 17 at half. Now it's down by 20. So yeah, picked up points here.
Well,
Brandon,
they extended that lead up to about, what, 25, 24?
Yeah, it was getting close
Yeah.
to 30 there, but they've been able to, hit some shots and bring it back down a little bit here before the end of the half or end of the quarter. As we go back to live action, see who's on
Oak
the
Ridge
floor.
is good. They're in. Last I saw, they were number 7 in the state.
Oh yeah, no, they're very good. Brendan Webb back out on the floor. He's got 3 fouls, so we got to keep an eye on him.
Varner. Connor Martin. He can be a threat from the outside if he's hitting.
I think his confidence might be shot right now. He hadn't even taken an outside shot since early in the first half. Pulls up, no good. Rebound controlled by Oak Ridge. Wide open, knocks it down.
Miller can't give him that.
Well, Jet followed the guy that he thought he was going to pass it to and left him wide open. Nice feed down into Webb. Webb's not able to finish it. Man, they're just not able to finish anything tonight.
That's what Oak Ridge likes to do right there. They
Run
live
out
up-
on transition.
Yeah, they live in that paint and get a lot of layups. Seem like they're shooting layups and the opposing teams are trying to
Chasing.
hit shots from outside or
Well, Coach Green has figured out that the layups and dunks are the most high percentage shots you can take. And
yep, that's what you want.
he's developed his team and his process into training his boys to run the floor.
You cause enough turnovers and get enough of those layups, you force teams into taking those three-point shots, trying to play catch-up. So just like Oak Ridge's girls, Coach Green over here, he's got the same thing going with the boys right now. I mean, he, a few years ago, he had some real superstars on the team, Higgins and some of those guys. And now he's got, you don't have any, superstars like that, D1 type players. But he's still got that train rolling, and he's got them coached up well.
Yeah, he's an excellent coach. Carter Nelson, number 1 in for Anderson County, freshman.
Webb.
Way inside.
Webb's down for a second. I think it's Webb.
I think he's injured. He's going to have to probably come out here.
Anderson County, played some tough games this year. Early, they had Fulton. They played them twice, lost close games. Just having trouble getting over the hump a little bit.
Well, they've had to do something a little different this year. We've seen some Saturday-type games to accommodate for COVID and some games, contact tracing and things that the schools have had to accommodate for. So that's a little different than what we're used to in TSSAA. Most of your games are played during the week, and it'll be interesting to see how things play out the rest of the year.
They got 3 games next week. 3 winnable games. Halls, Gamble County, and Carnes. AC coming in 6-6 on the season. Yeah, they were quarantined earlier in the season. They're in December. That really hurt them. And then you had the Anderson County, the school system shutting down for about a month, and not the school, but as far as athletics, not being able to play, that really hurt Anderson County and Clinton as well. So players just now starting to get
back into shape.
Yeah, get their
get
feet
into
back
playing
under
shape.
them, right? And I think you'll see this Anderson County team down the stretch. It'll be a dangerous team once come tournament time.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to get, like you said, get your feet back underneath you, and get some games under your belt, and get back into shape. Maybe this Oak Ridge game It comes for them at a good time before you have that stretch next week with 3 winnable games. And, Coach Wallace is going to have a lot of teaching points from this game that he's going to be able to work with for his guys. But to be honest, Anderson County won't face another team like this, maybe until tournament time.
Well, they still got to play Clinton coming up back-to-back in February. I think it's February 5th, February 11th. So those are.
We'll be bringing both of those games.
Yeah, those are always exciting games.
Oh, yeah. Everybody kind of tries to step up their game for those games.
Anderson County will be playing much better, I believe, by then. Not really been playing too awful bad. They're just having trouble putting
in the corner.
4 quarters together.
Knocked it down.
And finishing around the rim. I mean, they hit that 3-point shot, but, I mean, they've had some opportunities in this game to cut into this lead. They've had some opportunities at some transition, some inside buckets, but they've just not been able to finish it all. And that's just one thing that I know Coach Wallace isn't going to be happy about, and probably some layup drills. And, right there, you get the rebound, you look up court, and you get the ball stripped from you.
Right. Hits the 3.
Under a minute left to go here in the third quarter.
That was a big block.
Blocked by Milloway. Stagnoli looked a little bit off balance.
I didn't even know if he was going to be able to see him.
Got that shot away.
Varner checking out. White checking back in.
Webb takes his seat.
Got to get the ball in. Slapped away by, who's that, Milloway?
Yep.
21. Jonathan Milloway, senior.
Well, Anderson County's going to have
He's got some long arms, man.
Anderson County's going to have to mill away at this deficit.
I like how you did that.
I'm a wordsmith.
I miss Winchester.
Yeah, the rifleman.
There's Carter Nelson. Be White on the boards.
I remember a Tony White, I believe he used to play at UT.
The Wizard. One of my favorite players.
He was great.
Just try to emulate him down at the community center.
You can try, but there's only one Tony White, man.
You get on that baseline and fill it up.
3-point shot. No good. Tipped around. Here comes Oak Ridge running again. Coach Green's calling them to pull back. Looks like a little isolation game. Trying to get that 3. No good. Rebound pulled down by Varner, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter. Oak Ridge has kept this double. They've kept doubling Anderson County up at the end of every quarter, I believe, as they now lead 54-27. And Jared, it's just Oak Ridge just had a fantastic night, and maybe Coach Green maybe not agree, but they've had a good night, and Anderson County just hadn't been able to hit any shots and get anything established offensively.
Yeah, they've not been able to slow this game down very much. We talked at the beginning of the second half, and that was going to have to be a key for Anderson County to be able to get back in this basketball game. So, there's still a quarter to play, and still, get better and work on some things and whatnot. So unless they go out there and shoot, 92% from the three-point line and toss up about 33s.
How many did Reggie Miller score in like 8 seconds?
17, wasn't it 17 points?
Yeah, you were a Knicks fan at the time, I believe. So, I mean, that's...
Yeah.
Yeah, I still am a Knicks fan. So
Lee, do you remember my favorite player?
John Starks. He was a big Starks
John
fan.
Starks.
Oh, yeah. I always loved Patrick Ewing.
I'm a big guy.
I like Patrick Ewing, too, but John Starks, I don't know, for some reason, he was like a no-name. He got picked up off like a rec court in New York and... played in the NBA. I love that story.
He's always been a Starks fan. 3-point shot by Oak Ridge, and then there was a guy by the name of Allen Houston that played for the Knicks for a little bit, and watched. We watched a lot of Knicks games for Allen
He's
Houston.
still in the front office for them, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, a lot of good teams back in that era, in the 90s and even in the 2000s, and not so much lately for the Knicks. They are better this year. They are playing 500 basketball, so that's good.
Well, it seems to me like the
Three-point
NBA
shot
has become a 4 or 5 team league. I mean,
yeah, you got another team over in New York, New Jersey area that's really
wow, yeah, that's
stacked up, and they've kind of become what the I remember the first big three that I remember were Garnett, Pierce, and Allen for the Celtics, and then now all these other teams have started these super teams. With Miami having Allen and James and.
Well, that's how LeBron James has made his career. He just follows wherever he can
Wait
build
a minute.
a super team.
Now, he did win a title in Cleveland.
Kyrie.
You had Kyrie, but you didn't really have much else. So, I mean, he, as much as I like to make fun of King James, as he calls himself, and different things, I just, it's just not something, I'm not a big fan of his, but he did win one in Cleveland.
Carter Nelson, freshman, putting it in.
Drives to the hole, gets the foul,
you're thinking
and
of
the layup.
Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, D. Wade. That was the other one.
How do you think this big three is going to work in Brooklyn? You think?
Is it three?
Oh, Harden, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and
Durant. There's only one basketball. I mean, all three of those players.
I know it. Durant, Harden, and Irving.
All three of those players play best with the ball in their hands. So, Harden throws up 50 shots a game. Durant, even whenever he was out in Golden State and he had, a couple other all-star players with him, he liked to throw up his shots, and as does Kyrie. So, I mean, I just don't know how you're going to be able to share the ball with three players that play best off the bounce and play with the ball in their hands. So,
right.
Well, I mean, Harden's first game with them, he had a triple-double. I mean, he's a walking triple-double. I mean, it seems like he's close to a triple-double almost every night. So,
well, I mean, if you look, they had the opportunity in Oklahoma City to have a big three, but they couldn't work themselves. They couldn't work it out between themselves with Westbrook, Harden, and Durant, which led to Durant leaving and Harden ultimately going to Houston. Three-point shot.
Three.
Yeah, I think Durant, he'll be the one to sacrifice, I believe, more so than Irving and
He's
Harden.
coming off of an injury, so I could see him doing that. But, they've got those max deals and everything else. I just don't know. I don't know how they're going to be able to, spread the ball around that much.
The money's still in baseball anyway.
Yeah.
There's a block by Anthony White. Alert play there, threw it off the Oak Ridge player, but
I think he said he stepped on the line.
Said he was on the line.
And this time there's going to be a foul called on Oak Ridge the other direction, pushing underneath, so no basket there. 25-point lead for the Wildcats over the Mavericks.
5:26 to go. They're going to have to get some shooting in here if the Mavericks want to cut this lead. They're going to have to start hitting some from behind the tray.
Yeah, Carter Nelson, pretty good-looking freshman. He played at Clinton Middle last year. Here's Carter Jett. Magnolia from the top.
A little strong.
Anderson County, they will return quite a bit for next season. They got a pretty good junior class. Losing Hatmaker and Jett and Magnolia. They will be pretty formidable next year. What they got coming back.
Another three-point shot by number 15. That's his third of the game.
Yeah, that's one thing that Oak Ridge tonight, I mean, if they're open, they are knocking down the three.
especially here in the second half. All right, so
Off the glass. Magnolia, no good.
there has been a little bit of a change. Now it looks like Clinton will play Oak Ridge at Clinton
That'll be a HCTV game,
on
right?
on the 29th. Yeah, we will be doing that game next Friday, the 29th. We will be bringing that game live from the Dragon Den.
We'll be here.
No, we'll be here, but we'll have cameras there.
I'll be there at the Donnie Dome.
Yeah, you'll be on the scores
doing
desk.
the
I guess.
PA. Yeah.
I guess it'll just be us, Jared.
Well, we may have to get see if we can get the score to come do an interview with us on Zoom.
I could do that.
Maybe get some, stats and stuff. Absolutely. Only thing I'm afraid of doing those interviews is Freddie's going to try to figure out.
I can get Freddie on.
I'm afraid.
and,
I'm not. We already had one bad word said on the air. I don't want to take a chance to get Freddie on here. And it wasn't by me and Jared.
Yeah.
I just have to, or Sleepy. I just have to reiterate that point. 3-point shot knocked down by Anderson County.
McGee. Is that during the football season?
No. It was wrestling.
Oh.
It wasn't that bad. If I'd say it around my mom, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
You don't say it often.
I don't, because I'm smart.
Oh, that's funny. So we look forward to being back with you guys next Friday night. We'll bring you live coverage. And Sleepy will be doing his duties at the scorer's table, but we'll be happy to be here with you covering that game. It's pretty awesome. The girls basketball coach for Clinton, Alicia Phillips, she's the teacher of the year this year for Clinton, so that's exciting for her, and just to recognize her for her hard work. She's been with that program now probably 8 years, I think.
I think so.
It'd be great if we could get an opportunity to interview her and not only talk to her about basketball, but congratulate her on the teacher of the year as well.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be able to pick her up. Zeke West in for Anderson County, number 44.
.9-point lead for the Wildcats. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by Anderson County Stone Hatmaker.
There's a steal. Shanklin. Don't let him dunk. He tried to, but foul on McGee. Good clean foul.
Yeah, I thought he had a chance. I thought he was going to throw one down right there.
He was wanting to.
He had that hand cocked back ready to go, but he just Anderson County wasn't going to let that happen. Misses the first one.
It'll be a good game next Friday, Clinton Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge got long winning streaks over on the girls and the boys. I think the boys is up to about 20-something, and the girls is 60-something. So
60.
Yeah, it's been since 1990 since Clinton girls defeated Oak Ridge.
Wow. Well, the Clinton girls have
quite the streak,
a couple of pretty decent basketball players on their team this year.
Mm-hmm. Sarah Burton, Nia Sanders, just got Jazz Moore back. Bill Starnes, they got a good-looking freshman, Lydia Snyder, the daughter of former coach Clinton, Tanya Snyder. They haven't been able to get all their team together. Injuries, they've been quarantined twice, and it's just been one of those years.
Sarah Burton's just in her sophomore campaign, is that right?
Junior.
Junior, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that she was.
Yeah, sophomore player of the year last year, and prep extra, not prep extra, but 5-star preps.
5-star.
There's Zeke West, the line.
I believe she'll have an opportunity to play at the next level. don't know what
Right.
level. But
Yeah, she's already
at the
getting
next
some
level.
offers.
Knocks down both of those.
The boys' game, Clinton right now they're currently second in the district. Oak Ridge number 1. That's should be a real good game next week. Oak Ridge won by about 20 at home over Clinton back in December.
They got a flat tire out there. Pretty hard foul.
I know
Send him to the line.
That's a game Clinton wants to get against the Wildcats. Lost a heartbreaker last year at home. Y'all was probably there for that game. Lost another close one in the district championship tournament. Should be a good one.
Knocks down that free throw. .30-point lead now for Oak Ridge.
Be a tough week next week for Clinton with that Central game getting postponed. So Clinton will have another week off. Well, they do play tomorrow night against Campbell County, so
they play tomorrow night against Campbell County, and then next Friday against against Oak Ridge.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long layoff normally, and especially in this
Yeah.
COVID time where sometimes you have 3 games a week.
Well, it might
It's only
be
having
good.
one.
Rather, yeah. Clinton had 3 games last week and 3 this week, so it might be good for them. Maybe get
to
a
have a little
rest.
breather.
Mm-hmm.
You play that much, you're going to have some ankles, and you're going to have some things that you probably need to rest up.
Yeah.
And
Well, I hope all their players have ankles.
Jared, you know what I mean.
They played at Carnes Tuesday. Defeated Powell last night at home, and they got Campbell County tomorrow night.
I've never understood why coaches say that. Well, Fred over here's got a shoulder. He's been.
Well, it's better than saying he's got a bum shoulder or something. It's lingo, man. It's the jargon of sports.
Got a tonsil injury. That's what you get in
I think
broadcasting, right?
Yeah, I would say you've got a brain, but we all know that's not true.
If I only had a brain.
Another new player in for Anderson County, Ethan Charles, number 2. 33, Tate Russell.
44 is going to step to the line, Zeke West.
Tate Russell, if I'm not mistaken, that's the son of the former principal of Anderson County
Andrea.
High School, Miss Andrea Russell.
Anderson County will be at Halls Monday, on the road. I think Carnes Tuesday, and then they go to Campbell County next Friday. We're getting into that 3 games a week.
Yep. And that looks like that's going to end tonight's basketball action. Jared, Anderson County guys and girls both take pretty lopsided losses against Oak Ridge. Thoughts about wrapping up tonight's games?
Well, it's always a pleasure to be with you here at ACTV, and so thank you for allowing us to come into your homes and wherever you're at and do these basketball games, and also thank you for supporting our community and our high school sports here in the area. But, you know, tough losses. Oak Ridge has always kind of been a tough loss. It seems like the last few years. I know that Oak Ridge, both guys and girls, have had very good basketball teams, you know, state tournament-worthy teams, and so it's kind of a tough loss, but we're excited to bring you a few more games this year. We will be with you the next Friday night, so a week from tonight we'll be with you for the Clinton Oak Ridge game, and I think both of those games should be pretty good. Clinton has a couple of girls, Sarah Burton and company, that will be able to really play some basketball, and Coach Lockard he'll have his guys coached up and ready to play next Friday night. So look forward to being with you. Sorry we couldn't get Bernie Sanders to come back tonight and speak with us, but we'll be back with you next Friday night. I look forward to being with you.
Absolutely, and we look forward to next Friday. John, what can we give us some stats, and then I'm going to ask you about Clinton as we look forward to next week.
Okay, Oak Ridge winning over the AC boys 71-40. Here's the scoring. Carter Nelson 2 points. Carter Jett 1. Connor Martin 2. Eli Varner led Anderson County with 13 points. Brandon McGee had 3. Trevor Stagnolia 3. Stone Hatmaker 4. Anthony White had 8. And Brandon Webb 1 point. I think I just missed one.
I think
point.
Zeke West hit a free throw.
Zeke.
Number 44.
Thank you right there. Zeke.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about we haven't covered a Clinton game yet this year because of COVID. They've had to restructure and reset some of the things. Tell us something about Clinton's team as we look forward to next week.
Well, Clinton girls, as I mentioned earlier, they've been haven't able to get all their players together all at once, and last night may have been the first night they got Jazz Moore back. Really helps them out inside, and she had a good game against Powell. Offensively, they are trying to get it together because they hadn't had the other team there as well, but they've got the parts there. Sarah Burton and Nia Sanders from outside she can hit, and Burton's a good sophomore player of the year last year, and they got some good players. Just need to just get their chemistry. That's the big key right now. Just haven't been able to play together all year, really. I think Coach Phillips said, she made the comment that they haven't really been able to practice a lot leading up to the season with the COVID and
contact tracing and all that.
And they've been quarantined twice. There once back in December, and then here just recently, a few weeks ago, they had to sit out about 10 days as well. So, but they've got potential. They just they're trying to just get it together, and they're making strides. They should be a lot more competitive against Oak Ridge this coming next Friday than they were in the earlier meeting. And they got Campbell County tomorrow night. Campbell County's got a pretty good team coming in.
And what about the guys, real quick? Just what can you tell us about the boys team going into next week?
The boys team, they are 10-3 right now, 6-2 in the district. They've won their last 4 district games. They were playing pretty well there early in the season, and then they had to shut down. Couldn't play there for about 3 or 4 weeks. That really hurt them. They came out of the gates from that, lost to Halls over at Halls, and since then they've gradually getting better and better. And they avenged that Halls loss. They won 80-41, and last night defeated Powell by 5 and defeated Carnes earlier in the week and beat Central there last week. So they're on a little roll right now. They're a junior-dominated team. They have no seniors. They have an outstanding junior class.
That's what gets me excited about next week's matchup. Next week's matchup has 2 animated coaches. And that's one of my favorite parts about these high school games is those animated coaches. So we're here joined by Coach Wallace. Coach Wallace, it's good to see you. I know that tonight's matchup didn't kind of go your way. Hey, we're a ventriloquist act here.
No, it didn't go our way. We've had a tough stretch. We were 5-1 before Christmas, before about a 4-week break, and we've not found our rhythm, not found our groove yet, and we're just working to get better. This was a tough one. This was a tough one. Tough team. They're great.
In-county rivalry, if you will. I mean, it's always a game that's excited, right? They've especially the last several years, they've had some tough. Last 5-6 years, they've had some tough teams that have come into to Anderson County to play, and But what would you say, Coach, is that missing piece that you guys have right now? I know that you got some guys that can shoot. I know you got some guys that are able to run the floor. What are some things that you're looking to do with your program?
Well, early in the year we had Zach Furman, who was a senior, who was a starter for us, who a small heart condition, COVID. He gave it a shot. We got quarantined after the Cofield game. He got pulled. Another player that was a senior, Rylan Ford, he's not with us. His dad was having some health issues. Jeff, if you're out there watching, I hope you're doing well. Rylan had to give it up. They're both at home doing school. And you lose senior leadership, guys that have been committed to you for a while. We've got other guys, but Zach was really somebody that gave us some physicality. 6'4", 230 pounds. He's right there with Anthony White. And, Anthony came out of football off a knee surgery, so we just now getting into it. Luke Lowry's now in a boot, who's been a starter all year for us. And I don't know if we'll get him back. He's also an SEC baseball prospect, so he's got some things to be thinking about. But we're trying to be tough, and we're in a league with Central and Carnes and Clinton's really good pal. They're bigger schools than we are, and it takes great effort for us to be tough. And if it's just a basketball game, most nights, the other night against Central, Pal, Carnes, we're out playing them, and then it becomes a little something different, where it's just the physicality of it. And we've got a few guys who are still learning to be physical at this level.
Well, Coach, there's hope, because I hear the wrestling season's about over. If you need some physicality, I think you could go find some on the wrestling team.
Well, Stone Cummins wants to come grapple with number 21 from Oak Ridge.
There you go.
Maybe you can put him in the figure 4.
Hey,
Go Ric Flair on him.
Oh, man. Well, Coach Wallace, it's great to see you.
Always a pleasure.
And
boys.
Oh, man, love you too, man. I really appreciate you.
Wish I could have saw you a few weeks back.
I know. And
love you guys and your family, Lauren. I mean, I love you guys, and
I know. And
I'm about to get emotional. Sorry.
Yeah, don't do that to me. I'm trying to do this. Don't do that to me. But from the bottom of my heart, Derek, I really appreciate it. Thank you. But going back to the game tonight, there were stretches where you all were hitting some shots there in the third quarter. It just seems like right now you just don't have that consistency. Is that because you have had to miss so much time with different quarantines, different players kind of coming and going?
Yeah.
What's going on with that consistency, I think, is one of the things that you all are missing.
Right before we played Campbell County early in the year, beat them 40. And, our only loss was in overtime to Fulton. And we had Clinton and Oak Ridge coming up that week when school got canceled. And we were so excited about that week. And we came back out. We were down 3 with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter at Oak Ridge. And we're really playing well, giving them, a little bit of trouble, as much as you can give Oak Ridge. And I knew at that point, we have something that can be built upon. And we've had those same moments. It's just consistency.
Yeah.
And, Connor is he's our best shot maker, him and Carter. And, tonight they were stifled. And, Connor averages 17, 18 a game. And I don't know what he had.
He couldn't get going, man. He just couldn't.
And he had a couple of good looks early down here on this end in front of their bench, and they just rimmed in and out. And, sometimes you're like, is it going to be that kind of night? Because without his scoring and Carter really scoring, Varner and White try to pick it up. But we need more of a balanced attack.
I think
without Connor, it's tough for us.
Absolutely.
Tonight, your leader in the clubhouse was Varner, if I'm not mistaken. He had 12 points.
Well, and Stone had 16 the other night against Central, and I don't think we got much from him. He got banged up at one point. Just the consistency. I was really proud of Carter Nelson, little freshman that came in and gave us some great minutes, stabilized us with the ball handling, and took a little pressure off Jet. And but there's not a lot of positives tonight, except that we're getting to play in a pandemic, and
you get
to watch us, and
you
the
get
county
to talk
got
to
to
me.
see us.
You get to talk to me. That's got to be a good point.
That's going to carry me through the weekend and into next week. And
he's going to wake up in the morning. He can be sipping his coffee, and he's going to be like, "Man, I got to talk to those Forgety boys last night."
Talk to the boys. Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you a question: is Carter Nelson
Sure.
one of those players that you think can be physical? I know he's a freshman, and that's tough to teach a freshman. But looking to the future, is he the top player you think will learn to be a physical presence down low? Because he has a frame to have some size.
Well, we start four juniors and a senior point guard, and we drop down a class next year. We won't be playing in Oak Ridge's league any longer. We got the football route now, get a little different competition. We'll be playing Central, Powell, Carnes. We'll still be playing Clinton, and that's good for us. But I expect Nelson to step in that role. And when you're going to have four seniors that have been there and done that, and you got a little sophomore trying to run the team. I think he can do it. I think he's tough enough. I know his mama, who's tough as nails, April, she's going to make sure he does. And I'm hoping that he's that kid. I don't want to give him too much, but I think he's got a bright future for us, yes.
Absolutely. Well, just real quick, before we let you go, John Sleepy Williams has a question for you. John, go ahead.
Hey, Coach Wallace.
Hello, brother.
Hey, I really like your team. I saw y'all play last week against Powell. You led by 7 points at halftime.
Yeah, we did.
Right in, the Central the other night, I believe you had a lead as well. But,
we were up 8 at half. Yeah.
It goes, like you said, you're searching for that consistency, putting 4 quarters together. And I thought y'all were right in the game tonight in the first half and just couldn't get the shots to fall for whatever reason. But look ahead to next week and your schedule coming up, and you've got some games you could, I think, get in the win column, get some confidence, and I think y'all can be a dangerous team come tournament time.
I 100% think so. I mean, talking to Coach Green in the preseason, I kind of thought we would be in that conversation to compete even for the district championship. And with all the adversity, with players having to drop, and you got to put family first, and you got to put your health first at this point. It's just caused more adversity than we're used to. And, we got Halls on Monday, which is a rescheduled game from before the break. We go over there. We go to Carnes on Tuesday. We go to Campbell County on Thursday. And we were supposed to go to Central as a reschedule on Saturday, but they just got code redded.
Yep.
So I don't know what's going to happen with that. And
that'd
probably be pushed to the next week. So that's a gauntlet. And but it's something, at this point in the year, games are better than practices. The kids want to compete, and we just want to have it get off the whatever the word is for a little bit of a losing streak, which I think I only had like 1 3-game losing streak before this year in my career, and we're on a good one right now. And it's just one of those years, and you chalk it up for what it is, but it's still the kids are playing, and I'm coaching, and we're trying to win and compete and represent the school and the community in the best way we can. And that's all we can do. Keep plugging away and keep grinding, as they say.
Well, Coach, you got some good kids and
great kids.
Kids that look like they're willing to play hard for you. So excited to see what you guys.
Too nice sometimes. Too nice. We got kids. Everybody wants their daughter dating, and sometimes you need a little extra something.
You need a little mean in there. We need a little
mean in there. And I mean, they're great boys, and they come from great families, and they're we got a 3.6 grade point average. I mean, it's an amazing group. We just got to turn it around and get some wins.
What you're saying is you need to go find that kid that's physical that has a 1.8 grade point average and bring him onto the team. That's what you're saying.
We need like a neck tattoo. That's what we need. I'm just joking.
No, real quick. Tell us, now your counterpart. You got a new coach over on the ladies' side. Coach Anna Sicky. Tell us a little bit about her, what you've learned about her over the a little bit that you've been there.
Well, she is, she's doing grad school right now. She's got, she is getting after it. And, she's lost some girls. And, one of the reasons she was brought in was because the program had lost some kids, over the years. And the same thing's happened this year. She's tough as nails, man. She gets after it. And she reminds me when I go over to watch Coach Barnes at UT, just no nonsense. Never satisfied, and that's what the program needs right now. The girls are trying to adjust to that. It's a big adjustment, and but having national champion WNBA lady ball. It's pretty amazing how she's raised just how the kids feel about themselves again. And last year was a tough year for them. And after many years of winning, I mean,
Right.
really, Coach Ellis, had a great run. Coach Sexton and the guys, and it was it's nice to see her over there working hard. They got a year or two build though,
Yeah.
and it's going to take some time. But she's got some good young players. She got some great 8th graders coming up. If hopefully everything works out, and they're all a year or two from now competing for a championship themselves.
Well,
Coach Wallace, I know your resume coming into coaching basketball probably looked like hers, right?
100%,
national champion.
Hey,
Straight out of the intramural league. Yeah, you're right.
hey, Derek, thank you so much for joining us.
buddy.
I really appreciate it, and thank you for talking to us a little bit there beforehand. It means a lot to us. So, thank you so much.
I appreciate what you guys are doing. I mean, it's really great for the kids to be able to see it playing, and it's cool. I mean, even with the way it turned out tonight, at least the kids are getting to play.
And we got to interview some players, coaches, everybody like that. Just try
Awesome.
to get your all's face out there. That way, people may not be able to come to the games, but at least they'll be able to see you all. But thank you so much. I really appreciate everything you've done. Appreciate it, Derek.
Jared, Lee, Sleepy, appreciate you guys.
All right.
Take care.
Yeah. Thank you,
Thank
Coach.
you.
Good luck.
All right. Thank you.
All right, guys, as we wrap this up, we would like to thank all of you all for joining us here at ACTV Sports. And we've really enjoyed bringing you basketball tonight. We will be back next Friday night, the 29th, for Oak Ridge at Clinton. So tune in then. We'll have just keep a look on Facebook, and we're opening up new ways for you to be able to watch us, to stream our programming. So just keep an eye out for that. But just real quick, personally, I just want to thank everybody in the community that has reached out to our family over the past couple months. It's been a hard couple months. Derek kind of alluded to it, but we just really want to thank everybody in Anderson County government, Anderson County schools. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. So for everybody here for ACTV Sports, my name's Lee Fogarty with Jared and Sleepy. Good night, everybody.